Hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up? Oh, Jay Zoller, of course. Ahux Cricket, Jay Zoller again. Sandfast Bailey Gaming. How are you tonight? Timmy the Badfish. Sekur Bauerstein. How is everyone? Oh my goodness, Jay Zoller. Well, tell Wizards to find a way to make Standard fun all the time, and then we could play more Arena. I know we've been playing a lot of Moto lately, but Standard is just not interesting 2 weeks before a set releases. So don't worry, we'll make up all the Standard once Throne of Eldraine releases. We'll be playing lots of Standard. So don't worry, it's coming. What's up, follower Bogus, Aussie Boss, Super Fart, this guy, how are you, Dorvish, Spirit on the Run, Garbo Gary, Bad Juju Kid, this guy always Beast King, how are you? What's a good card to take the Monarchy and Commander? There's a land that does it. I can't remember the name of it. The best might be Palace Jailers. Queen Marchesa, if you're in the colors, could be good too. Enemies, how are you this fine evening? We are playing Cat Tribal. We are playing a weird take on Expel Tribal, I guess. Unbound Flourishing deck. I'm actually really excited for this. We played an Unbound Flourishing Villainous Wealth deck on Against the Odds, and it was super sweet, and I was very impressed by Unbound Flourishing. So now we're going to take it for a test with a bunch of Hydras and Banefires and Pull from Tomorrows and just all kinds of wonky stuff. We're going for it. We're going for it all the way. Unseen Spectre for the 35th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our re-subscriber. Yeah, Custodial Lich is another good one. So I believe, some news for next week. So next week, on Tuesday, I am pretty sure that I'm playing in this special event on Thursday for the stream. They're doing a Fandom Legends tournament for Standard 2020, which, if you ever heard of that, it's like our future post-rotation Standard, but we don't have Throne of Eldraine stuff. We only have the current sets that are not rotating from Standard. So Guilds of Ravnica stuff, War of the Spark stuff, Core Set 2020 stuff. So I believe our stream on Tuesday is going to be longer than normal to do this tournament, but we're going to be playing some unique format. So if you have some ideas on what to play in that format, let me know. I have just barely started. It's actually like a legit tournament. I think it's like a $25,000 tournament. So there actually are prizes on the line. Sammy and Miles Black, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. My day was fun, Davriel Kane. I started off catching up on comments and all that stuff. Daily spoiler video. Recorded first episode of Commander Clash Season 7, which will be up next week, although there is a game going up tomorrow. And now we're to stream time with some article writing and stuff in between. So it's been a good day, and I'm excited for this deck, and it's gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be super fun. This deck is just wonky and wild and sweet, and hopefully it all comes together and is pretty good. Delaney, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Started to prepare my Vannifar deck for rotation, switching to bat for Eldraine. But seemed to work well for now. Yeah, I tried to build a Vannifar deck, but I didn't realize that the 2020 event is only best of one, and it feels like, I don't know, in best of one, I don't know how Vannifar lines up. Maybe it was just my experience, but then I switched to the Cavalcade deck that we played on Budget Magic, and that deck just kills it. If you're looking for a deck to grind XP in the Standard 2020 event, I did really well with the Mono Red Cavalcade post-rotation deck we played for Budget Magic. That deck seems perfect for grinding XP in that event. Irrelevant Merfolk with the gift sub and the resub to Wojo. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Well, thank you, Timmy the Badfish. I'm just glad you're hanging out and we're having fun. That's the most important thing. So anyway, tonight is a modern night. We're going to start off with this crazy Unbound Flourishing deck and just see what happens, see how it goes, go from there, have some fun. Maybe we get to do some mill mirroring depending how time goes. So, yes, the 2020 tournament is going to be best of 3, but the actual like event for grinding XP, the special event, that is best of 1. And I think the Calamity deck actually works pretty well in that too. Oh man, I saw someone, this trick. Speaking of the Calamity deck that played 3-mana Chandra, I played someone that was playing, like Crashing Footfalls in As Foretold, and apparently, I didn't know this, you can use Chandra to tick down on a spell in your graveyard, and then cast it with As Foretold, which is pretty busted. I did not realize that synergy worked that way, but it actually did. So, anyway, let's do our reminders, talk about this crazy deck, start playing Magic. Oh yeah, we just got a new spoiler as well. Did you see the latest spoiler? I gotta give Wizards credit, and then we'll do the reminders. Oh man, this set just has so many memes and so much flavor. Our latest spoiler, oh Wizards, Oathsworn Knight. What do you think this is in reference to? Oathsworn Knight, 3 mana 0/0, comes into play with 4 counters, attacks each turn if able, and if damage would be dealt to it, while it has a +1/+1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove a counter from it. It is. It's exactly the Black Knight from Monty Python. And they actually kind of nailed it. Like the limbs slowly become cut off and attacks each turn. The top-down flavor of this set is just like so good. It just cracks me up. It just, yeah. Yeah, it's only a flesh wound. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they just nailed it with these designs. Like even getting Monty Python references into the set, so sweet. Like, hats off to Wizards. Hats off. Hey, what's up, D-Betty? Good to see ya. And King of Care Flowers, how are you? I have not seen Holy Grail in a long time. I've seen it like a million times, but it's been a long time since I've actually watched it. I might have to watch it again. What other movies do I need to rewatch in honor of Throne of Eldraine? I honestly, and probably get yelled at for this, I don't know if I've ever seen a Shrek movie. Like, I know I've seen pieces just as it was playing places, but I don't think I've ever actually watched Shrek. So maybe I should watch Shrek. Yeah, should probably redo Holy Grail, which is funny anyway. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy? Princess Bride I've seen many times, and that's actually a really fun one. I know the song. That's some elemental music. Anyway. Anyway, let's do our reminders, talk about this deck, start playing Magic. Then we talk modern Throne of Eldraine, elemental music, movies we should watch in honor of Throne of Eldraine, any of that stuff. So, are you unfollowing me because I haven't watched Shrek or because of my bad jokes? If it's a bad jokes, okay. If it's because I haven't watched Shrek, come on now. First off, Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one, in the future. I've seen Holy Grail a lot of times too. I don't know, what is a movie I've seen more than any? That's actually a really good question. Seems like I watch and rewatch TV shows more often than I've watched and rewatched movies recently. What I will say, oh man, this is embarrassing. Oh no. Oh, it's doubly embarrassing because I can't think of the name of it now, and I saw it like multiple times in theaters, and it's horrible. It's a really bad like race around the world movie that came out a long time ago now, and it has has a lot of Rat Race. That's what it is. I think Rat Race is the movie I've seen most in theaters, which is incredibly embarrassing. It's not even like a good movie, but yeah, Rat Race, that is the one. I think that takes the cake as far as theater watching. Normal YouTube, if you missed it, there was a fun against odds going up yesterday. Worst Fears combo, spoiler coverage. Tonight there is a Crim video playing some best of one standard. There's more Brawl matches going up this weekend. We are playing some Modern with some Swans. We might be hitting our Swans and drawing on some cards on Sunday for Much Brew. So tons of stuff going up. There. Otherwise, the sponsor of our stream tonight, of course, is Card Kingdom. And if you want some new Throne of Eldorate cards, or any old cards, any of the spoiled cards, whatever. You can snag them at cardkingdom.com, even get a Saffron Olive sticker if you were so inclined. So just mention it in your order notes. Thank you so much to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Finally, merch page, tokens, t-shirts, playbats, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Never seen Puss in Boots either. Isn't that like sort of Shrek adjacent, like a sequel or something? Yeah, Worst Fears was really fun, and donations always appreciated, most certainly never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. Does the new night go in Hammer Time? I'm gonna say no. I don't know if it's really good in Hammer Time. Because the hammer is still so expensive. Where I think it is kind of interesting is with swords and Stoneforge. Not that it'll work, but it's pretty cool that you can play that on turn 1, turn 2 Stoneforge something, turn 3 put that into play, and equip the sword for free and attack right away. You can't really do that with other creatures, so I do kind of like that idea, but yeah, Javier, it's too expensive for Hammer Time. Even with a discount, it's still 5 mana, which, whew, that's still a lot. That is still a lot. Awesome to see players getting cards again, though. Sort of like almost invitational cards. I always wish they would bring back the invitationals, just because it's such a cool idea. Hey, what's up, Kaujoku? How are you? So this deck, tonight, we are playing Unbound Flourishing, and oh man, we got some spice. So Unbound Flourishing, it's basically a doubling season for X spells. If we do anything with X involved, we get to double X. So let's say, for an example, we do a bunch of ramping in the early game, and we cast a, I don't know, let's say Voracious Hydra. Rather than entering with X counters, it's going to enter with double X counters, and I can even double the counters again, so we can get really big, it can fight something. Hydroid crosses, twice as much X, twice as much cards, twice as much life. Nissa, Steward of Elements, also really sweet. We can ultimate it really quickly, make some lands, beat our opponent down, go scrying, do all that stuff because it's an X spell. Walking Ballista for tons of damage. If we got to kill our opponent, we can throw huge doubled up Banefires at our opponent's face. We can double up Bonfire the Damned for like ultra wrath and damage at our opponent's face. Also the nice Miracle Drama, where if we're right about to die, this might be the card. We're tapping the top of our deck, hoping to flip it, like that infamous Worlds from a long time ago with LSV's mustache and Sad Kibler. Pull from Tomorrow's to draw lots of cards, kind of a backup Hydroid Crosses. And then we also have Doubling Season. Doubling Season works really well with our Planeswalkers primarily. We have a Nissa, we have a Tamiya, we have a Domri, we have a Renin 6. As we're drawing through our deck, we'll find them eventually, double up the counters on them, ultimate them really swiftly, go to town that way. So that's a plan of the deck. Basically, ramping Unbound Flourishing shenanigans. We do have one Kessig Wolfrun, also an X permanent, so it does double up, so we can find that as we're drawing through our deck. Pump something like an Arbrelf Supermassive. So basically just any sweet thing with Unbound Flourishing and hope that the value is enough. As far as the sideboard, Grafdigger's Cage for graveyards, bunch of ways to shut down artifacts and enchantments, Collector's Zoo, Force of Vigors, Weather Absorb for life gain, Veil of Summer to protect our hands, some Blood Moons to stick it to Tron and just jank people out on turn 2, Boil to stick it to mono blue decks, and then some rebuilds to deal with artifacts. Lots of ways to deal with artifacts. Icy Doc with a gift sub to Oi Willy Willy. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscribers. So I'm excited for this. I think this is going to be very, very interesting. We played a deck with Unbound Flourishing on Against Odds, and it was actually really fun. And I remember being impressed with Unbound Flourishing, so I'm excited to give it another shot and maybe a little bit less janky of a show. Come to watch live because I'm stuck home sick from work. Oh, I'm sorry, Davin. Yes, at least there's some upside. We get to play some janky modern. Hey, what's up, Saga Nvidia? How are you? Oh, so I was asking this on Twitter, and I want to ask all of you. So here's the question. Let's say, so every week I already record, like, let's say Mucha Brew. Every week I already record Mucha Brew. So so let's say I wanted to record Mucha Brew, but do it on stream. However, the downside would be, if I was going to record Mucha Brew on stream, I wouldn't be able to have the chat on screen. I wouldn't be able to interact with the chat. It would be it would be very different than our normal streams that we do every Tuesday, Thursday, and most Mondays. Because rather than me interacting and doing what we normally do, it would actually be me recording like Mucha Brew, but also having the stream running at the same time. Also, should say this wouldn't replace a normal stream. I'm not trying to like be like, haha, this is a way I can record Mucha Brew and do a stream at the same time. It would be an extra thing. Like if I wanted to fire up the stream at a random time when I was recording Mucha Brew and just like have it running as I was recording, would that be something that would be interesting or no? Would that be something you'd want to watch? Anyway, we should probably play first here, I think. So give me your feedback on that if it's something you are interested in. Ooh, This hand is, This hand might be fine. I don't know if this is this fine? I guess, stream mode, achieved. So, land, Unbound Flourishing, Bonfire of the Damned, without miracling it, even doubling it up's not very good. I think we just got a mulligan. Just too slow. Okay, this is less slow. Arbor Elf, hopefully ramp us into something. This we'll keep, this we'll try. We'll try. No, I think you should keep it separate as it would make the YouTube obsolete. I guess that's true. It would potentially sort of be similar to that. I've seen other streamers have YouTube comment without comments on screen. It's sort of weird, but Seth is more gooder. Well, thank you for the kind words. Jonathan Snow for the 22nd month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Yeah, if I was gonna try the like content stream, I would probably have to make it look like a YouTube video, so it wouldn't have the donations going and the pop-ups, because I think that would be bad for people wouldn't like that on the YouTube. It doesn't make as much sense if you are not seeing it. Like if you're not here and experiencing the stream, that stuff makes a lot less sense. We're just gonna put doubling season back. I don't think it's super necessary with just a handful of planeswalkers. Is Zora's Weirding still bugged at Bodo? I really want to see it played. I think it is fixed, which means we definitely need to play it. No Mistcutter Hydras in the main board. There are no Mistcutter Hydras in the main board, sadly. We gotta have a stomping ground, right? Misty Rainforest, crack it. We should have a stomping ground. All right, grab a stomping ground, untapped, and the Arboreist of Elves, pass the turn. Temur control's pretty sick in Standard 2020. Yeah, I have seen some people playing it, and it did look pretty good. Ooh, we have a lot of artifacting in our sideboard. This might help against the Urza deck. We seem prepared. Unbound Flourishing. Well, okay. Nissa's actually not bad here. Nissa lets us start scrying and setting things up for the future. So let's play Nissa X1. Scry with Nissa. Oh! Wait, what does this say? If the top card, if it's a land or a creature. All right, so put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So put on top. Oh, this is sweet. Put on top, put on top. And we're actually kind of in sweet shape now. Oh, this is going to be explosive. Maybe this deck's going to be good. Is there a chance for Brawl streams once Throne of Eldraine drops? Most definitely. Is Brawl content something you want to see? Also, is Historic content something you want to see? Like, where do those rank for you as far as what you want to see content of? Opponent has Goblin Engineer trying to get their combo set up. Hey, what's up, Box and the Cat? Good to have you back. Whenever I watch a video on YouTube where they respond to chat, but don't show chat, it's frustrating. Yeah, that is... Yes, if I was going to record YouTube content with the stream going, I would not respond to the chat. So the YouTube content would end up looking basically the same. That's kind of the drawback, because the reason I love streaming is we get to chat and interact, so it would be weird. It would definitely be weird. Opponent gets a Sword of the Meek. Ooh... Alright, so I think we just... Nissa, 0. Yes. Stomping Grounds. Yes. Untapped. Breeding Pool. Yes. Untapped. I mean, this is a turn 3 Nissa. And then next turn maybe we can Unbound Flourishing. And our mana is going to be doubled. So Nissa. Untap. Let's untap Stomping Grounds. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. And we are off to a fast start. All right, opponent, let's see what you got. You better go infinite because we are coming for you. What's up, Nikolai Boles? How are you? This does feel a little standardy. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? Can we Banefire for lethal? Can we play Unbound Flourishing and Banefire for lethal? 12 mana, 3 for Unbound Flourishing. Puts us down to 9. So double up Banefire. I think we might be able to Banefire. I think we might have double Banefire lethal, uncounterably, if nothing goes wrong here. I think that's happening. I mean, we'll see what our opponent can do. But that's seeming sort of possible. Whoa! That's 16. Opponent's got a fetch. We're also going to have 2 Vigilant lands that could potentially attack. Opponent's down to 16. All right, opponent. All right, opponent. No removals. No removals. Just play some random artifact. Ooh, opponent's going to Whir? Whir of Invention X1. Okay. Pithing Needle. Okay. On... Alright, this makes it a little bit harder. Maybe. This cuts off a little bit of our mana. On Nissa, ooh, will it still be enough? Opponent. We do get to attack, and our opponent probably doesn't want to block. I still think there's a chance this works. We draw Forest. That gets us a Forest. So Windswept Heath. Crack it. Oh, I think we're gonna do it. Get a Forest. 0 Nissa, just in case we hit a land. Alrighty then. Alright, mana count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we play... So if we play Unbound Flourishing, we untap this. We'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's got to do it, right? That's got to do it. That's got to do it. Is this 20? Are we 20ing them without even attacking? Okay. I think... Our opponent's going to be so salty. Oh, boy. Yes! Yes! That's 20. Oh, we'll go save target. How about 20 to the face? Oh, living the dream. Turn 4. Turn 4. Okay, that's about as good as it gets. For Sunday, for the 1-year resub. Thank you so much for making such a great content, Seth. I love watching while I do my homework. You really help make it better. Well, thank you for Sunday. Thank you so much. Oh, well, I imagine that's about the best that this deck could do. Wow, we didn't even need to attack. I mean, we could have attacked, but we didn't even need to. That was 20 direct damage on turn 4. Uncounterably, even. Oh, hey, what's up, Ageo? How are you? How do you feel about Is It Control in Standard 2020? I've been doing very well with it. I haven't actually... Yeah, that is about as good as it gets. I haven't actually played it yet. How if it's been good for you, then it's probably pretty decent. I've played a Vanifar deck that didn't work out very well, and then a few games with a Cavalcade deck. The Cavalcade deck we played on Budget Magic. Cavalcade deck felt good. That was super nuts, a Caretail. Bowerstein, 1 month short of a year. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for our resubscriber. All right, so cut the doubling season. Bring in anything that interacts with artifacts. Also, Boil might be worth it. We saw a lot of islands. Opponent looked almost mono blue. Boil could be funny. Is it good enough? Pelucrados probably isn't that good. Man, we gotta cut a lot of cards. Many cards must be cut. Maybe we cut the pull from tomorrow's. Domri? And... what else can we cut? Poosh TV, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Maybe we don't boil. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. This deck is crazy, but it definitely worked in our first game. In our first game, it was ridiculously effective. We just had the turn 4 kill, doubling up a main fire. It was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Oh, I don't know what to cut here. I really don't. Yeah, we might have to cut, like, a couple Voracious Hydras. This at least can dig and find stuff. All right, let's try it like that. No boil. Maybe we'll bring it in. I like Ren for hitting our land drops, I think. Yeah, okay. We're missing our super fast ramp start, but rebuild is pretty good against our opponent's deck, I think. Yeah, maybe we should have had boil in after all. We did see a lot of islands in game 1. Talking about that 20 event, I actually ran into Kim playing it. I kind of hate Teferi, so I actually like the idea of beating Krim. And I happen to be playing the most evil of decks, Narsa. Whoa! Thoughtseize! Come on now, opponent. Come on now. None of that. What do you think of the new Thoughtseize? The new bad Thoughtseize? How good do you think that card actually is? The one that, the hate card version of Thoughtseize. Opponent takes our rebuild, plays a Mox Opal, and a Mishra's Bauble. And passes. 1 drop. Well, this is where main fire looks a little sadder. Misty Raid Force go. Why rebuild over Hercule's Recall just for the cycling? Yeah, pretty much. You pay 1 more mana, but the ability to cycle it away is an upside. It is nice. It's awesome. The Thoughtseize is going to be a banger. Well, you don't call the new Thoughtseize bad Thoughtseize for nothing. It's hard to evaluate. I have to think if you're 2 for 1ing yourself, it can't be that good. Obviously, if you're playing against a black deck, it's good. Then it's just actual Thoughtseize. We will take Stomping Grounds. There's also just a lot of Thoughtseizes these days. You could almost play like Thoughtseize Tribal. You can play. Actually, let's just Breeding Pool tapped. Between like that and then Thought Eraser and the 4 mana Thoughtseize that you can play the card one, that seems pretty sweet. What? We're almost a week through spoiler season. Oh yeah, our spoiler goes up tomorrow, by the way, so keep it out for that if you want some bonus content. There's a spoiler article for Throne of Eldraine, exclusive spoiler, going up tomorrow. So keep it out for that if you are interested. Well, Forest, Nissa, Steward of the... Yeah, we're still going to Nissa first, I think. Nissa, scry with Nissa. Mountain Windswept Heath. Awkward. Awkward. 1, 2. All right, we're going to... Nissa's so... Oh, I can't give you any hints. That's against the rules. Ooh, awesome! Electrotal. Oh, man, I butchered your name so brutally. I wish I could give you hints. We either bottom both or we top both. If we top both, then Nissa is ramp. We can put the land into play for free, which means we can kill an Urza, if that's something we care about. But the cost of that is we're going to draw another land next turn that we don't really want. All right, bottom. Both to the bottom, past the turn. Bad Thoughtseize is fine if you are going Hellbent, I guess. Yeah, I guess if you get empty-handed, then the downside is eliminated. New Thoughtseize is going to be surprisingly good and effective in Modern, calling it now. I've seen some people saying it's like a good budget Thoughtseize for Modern. Is it better than, like, Duress? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's better than Duress. Oh, they're going to play Urza, and we're going to be sad that we didn't leave a land on top. Steam Vents untapped. And Urza. Yeah. Maybe we're going to regret not leaving that. Oh, well, okay. Well, now we don't regret. And a Pie Thing Needle. Oathsworn Knight is indestructible with an Anthem or a Lord effect. Oh, I thought so, but they actually worded it in a way to fix that. You used to be able to do that, but I don't think you can anymore. Well, alright. Unbound Flourishing. Wooded Foothills. Pass the turn. Hope that we remain alive. We get to start doubling stuff up. This turn has been a lot slower, and losing our rebuild is really bad for us. It would have been so good here. Thopter Foundry for our opponent. Are they going infinite? They just Goblin Engineer. Ooh, so they're going infinite next turn if we don't draw something? No, they're going infinite right now. All right. Well, opponent, infinite in every way. We will scoop it up. Yeah. Well, that was a little slower. We didn't hit our ram spells. Huh. How do we fight this? That Thoughtseize getting our rebuild was actually really huge for our opponent. Yeah, if you have Urza, Thopter, Sword, that is just play your deck level of infinite. We couldn't Nissa because they Pithing Needled it, unfortunately. Alright, let's bring in the Boil. Grafdigger's Cage doesn't actually work, right? Creatures, yeah, it doesn't stop the Thopter Sword combo. Alright, Good Time Gamer! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. You could definitely play Knight of the Reliquary. Have to make the mana work. We don't have white mana at the moment, but you could. Alright. Do we want Veil of Summer? That would be the only other card I would consider. How much X stuff can we actually cast, though? Like Bonfire? Ugh. Nox gave Day Knight of Frenzy with Grafdigger's Cage out. Whew, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's the main reason to play Rebuild, is just you can cycle it away if you don't need it. Well, okay. This hand is not what I would call insane, but Collector Oof, Collector Oof. Actually, this hand is what I would call insane against our opponent's deck. Oof 'em up. Double Oof should be really good. Whew. It does stop Urza activations. It doesn't stop Thopter Sword, though. Well, Wooded Foothills. Crack Wooded Foothills. Forest. Utopia Sprawl. On blue. Pass the turn. Double Oof. Double Oof seems good. Snow-covered Island. And Astrolabe. Sure, opponent. Labe away. We would like to draw lands. I guess this is where Rebuild being able to cycle is pretty nice. And we hit a land. Well, we will collect Oof. Misty Rainforest, go. Oof Part 1. Oof Part 1, working towards this Nissa. Hajabuji for the second month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Opponent, Goblin Engineer. Yup. For a useless artifact of some kind. Pithing Needle. Sure. Fauna passes. We draw. Arbor Elf. Well, go to combat. Arbor Elf's actually kind of sweet. Get in with Oof. Hit our opponent. Crack this. Take a Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Arbor Elf. Oof Part 2. Pass the turn. And now we got the mana. I guess our opponent could Pithy Needle Arbor Elf, but I think we're in good shape. They'll need to, yeah, they probably will have to Needle the Elf. But that still really slows them down. If they're spending their turn just sacking this to get back a Needle for the Elf, that's still pretty fine. Oh man, Throne of Elderate is going to be so much fun. Man, they just nailed it with that set. I am very excited. So we get to start, let's see, not this Tuesday, but the next Tuesday is a preview stream. Unbound Flourishing was my favorite Against Odds episode of all time. So cool to see it again. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is such a fun card. And this is a very different build, but it seems sweet. We got a turn 4 kill at our first one. Do you think that Back to Basics is too salty for EDH? Ew. I wouldn't play back to basics in EDH for that reason, but opponent does name Arbor Elf. Alright, sure. Mishra's Bobble, not doing much. Opponent passes. Wooded Foothills. So if we 1, 2, 3, bounce. I think what we do is just play Wooded Foothills, go to combat, hit our opponent down to 13, and then plan on rebuilding end of our opponent's turn to pick up the Pithing Needle and then go to town with our Planeswalkers. What's the new Thoughtseize called? I'm gonna have to look. It was spoiled in Japanese, so it's got like a translation name. At least last I knew, is like the black member of the hate card cycle. It is opponent Crex Delta. It is called Spectre Shriek, I believe. All right, opponent has Thopter Foundry. That's also fine. Well, opponent, I think it's time for you to rebuild. Crack this. Oh, this is a blowout, an oofing blowout. Untap. Opponent, discard a few cards to hand size, I say. Sword of the Meek. Oh, so good. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6 mana. I think we still just Nissa. And then next turn we can cast a huge Genesis Hydra. It's not even good. I don't know if it's not good. I think it's a good sideboard card. The comparison to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Untap. 1, 2, 3. Untap. 1, 2, 3. So we get Hydra for 4? Alright. So play Nissa. Nissa, untap the forest. Go to combat. Do some attacking. Hit our opponent. Tap this. Untap this. Man, this deck's pretty sweet. Genesis Hydra for 4. See if we can hit something good. That's fine. Find our Flourishing. Flourishing's what we were looking for. And how does our opponent win from here? How do they win? Unbound Flourishing. Yes, please. And go ahead, opponent. What is your answer? What is your answer? To be fair, I played Narset turns with against my brother's $20 Varaz build. Yeah, Narset turns is pretty brutal. Man, this deck is pretty explosive. Opponent runs out a bunch of useless artifacts. We could even double up our Kessig Wolf run now. Oh, we got him for sure. Any sleepers from Ravnica block we should be keeping an eye on for rotation. One I was eyeing is Dream Eater. Dream Eater, I think, is a very good choice. Now our record is 1-0. Whew, that was... I mean, we got crushed in game 2, but this deck seems sweet. Our game 1 win was one of our sweetest wins in a long time, and then... we oofed him. That's what oof does. Got him good. I get Sound Intrusion on Mythic Spoiler. Ooh, that's not good. Sleepers from Ravnica. That's actually a good question. What are some of the sleepers? I do like Dream Eater. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a lot of good cards there. Like Biogenic Ooze. I don't know if that counts as a sleeper. Angel of Grace is also pretty strong. August, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 13th month, a year and a month. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our re-subscriber. I am super hyped for Throne of Eldraine. It has exceeded my expectations. I thought it was going to be good, but it's so flavorful. The flavor is just off the charts. So, yeah. I'm definitely loving it. Loving it. Might be one of the best Magic sets ever, in my opinion. Ooh, alright, this sounds fine. We're kind of leaning on this Utopia Sprawl, but Utopia Sprawl, Nissa, could work. If the Utopia Thrall goes away, things get... Okay. Lands. We need lands. I think we're all excited for rotation instead of Eldraine. I think it's both. I'm definitely excited for rotation, but I also think just like the flavorful designs of Eldraine are so awesome. So I think it's a combo. I definitely am hyped for rotation, but I am also hyped for Eldraine. Yeah, Flash seems like it has a shot. I think if I had to pick one deck that I thought would be most immediately good after rotation, Simic Flash might be my top pick for that right now. It seems like it gets cards from Eldraine, and it doesn't lose much. It's hard to go wrong, I think, with Simic Flash. Do we even run out this Ballista? Yeah, let's just pass. Pass the turn. Not going to run it out. After War of the Spark, do you think Wizards will do a return to Amonkhet? I don't know. I think Amonkhet's like sort of low on the rankings of sets to return to. So I would think it's possible we do eventually, but we know what the next year is. And it's Theros, Ikora, Teferi Corset, Zendikar. So it would at least be a year. Mono Black Food Truck. Ew. Food in Modern, eh? That's sweet and pretty budget friendly. I wonder if Witch's Cottage is actually a cycle. I hope it is. I think that could be a really powerful common cycle. Amonkhet was weak, and I think it was kind of like medium in terms of popularity, so... Where are the old border basics? I forgot to update, and I can't change them now. For some reason, Moto imports ugly basics, and then you have to manually set it to the good ones. Alright, Chandra. Ticks up. Chandra is a concern. It is. We're going to discard Pelucranos, I guess. Opponent discards a Bolt. Alright, we untap. We draw. Arbor Elf. Well, Banefire your Scavenging Ooze. Can we stop the Liliana? That is a big concerted question. And I don't know what the answer is. We don't have a way to just get rid of it cleanly. I guess we could try to get in there with Ballista. Chandra can't hit it anymore, which is rough. So what does this deck want to do? Well, we're off to a bit of a slow start here thanks to Disruption. But ramp into Unbound Flourishing and cast Massive X spells. That is the number one goal of this deck. Yeah, I guess we gotta discard Chandra, sadly. You know, Chandra, opponent discards Mountain. We're discarding some good old cards. Yeah, Chandra's probably the worst here. I'm just worried about this Liliana going ultimate. That's my main concern. Ooh, opponent's leaving up removal by the looks. Alright. Well, let's see what we hit. Opponent passes. We draw another Arbor Elf. Well, alright. Nissa. I don't think we have anything that just gets rid of this Liliana, though. What's up, Bizina? How are you tonight? What are we running for card draw? Hydroid Crossus is the big one. But then there's also one pull from Damaros. So Nissa, scry with Nissa. Forest Crossus. So we're going to have to discard an Arbor Elf. Do we want the Crossus? The Uba Ninja! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Yeah, Ballista would get there. It's going to be hard without having Unbound Flourishing, I guess we can at least keep it in check for a minute. So we discard an Arbor Elf. Do we put crosses to the bottom? We discard an Arbor Elf. We're going to play a big Ballista. We're going to have to discard another Arbor Elf. Yeah, crosses bottom, forest top. And pass the turn. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we can't play crosses next turn because of this Liliana ultimating. We're going to have to try to Ballista just to keep the Liliana a little bit in check. Alright, opponent Assassin trophies. So we grab a forest. Alright. Opponent untaps. Kamigawa is likely the most unfairly line block ever. Weak block except top Jide Kiki. Oh, I think that... Personally, I think that Kamigawa was pretty weak. Nido for the 5th month in a row. Awesome YouTube content and Twitch stream as always. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you so much and welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for you. Hey, what's up, Frostusi? Still probably not saying your name 100% right, but trying. I'm trying. Opponent digs up, discards a land. Yeah, we draw a land. Whew. Well, Walking Ballista X2. Ping Liliana. Oh, a land would be so good. Nissa being able to pressure this Liliana, that would potentially save our day. Opponent. Fatal pushes. Well, ping Liliana. We need a land. We need a land off the top. I give you credit for that, Seth. It's a solid mnemonic. Ooh. You should host a meme review. What would a meme review look like? Oh, man. All right, we need a land. We need a land. We need a land. Any land. Ugh. Okay, pass the turn. We need a land. We need a land. Any land. Any land. Actually, we'll see what our opponent gets. Oh, no! Oh, we're stumbling and bumbling and fumbling and losing. Yeah. Well, this went a little bit worse than our first round. Fritosi with the gift sub to Davriel Kane. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Well, we'll play the world's saddest crosses. Draw a couple cards. Or draw a card. We hit a land. Opponent gonna start eating the graveyard. Oh, so close, but yet so far. We got to hold on to the land to potentially discard to this Liliana. We'll see what our opponent does. If they ultimate Liliana, we probably lose to this Ooze. We don't have good removal for it. We draw a card. Does our opponent cash in the Liliana? It would set us way, way back. Batboss for the 10th month. All right, there it is. For the 10th month, thank you for your subscription. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent, arranging stuff. Well, we will sacrifice. I don't know. This Scavenge use is going to get big. I don't know if we can get out from this. I think we're buried. So here's a question. Are there any adventure cards we've seen this far that have a snowball's chance of being played outside of standard? Who? That is a good question. Possibly. The Hero's Downfall one. I could see an argument for that. Opponent gets in, hits us 15. Yeah. And drew something else. Oh my. Yeah, right. Well. Yeah, now I think we're pretty dead. Oh man, we had the window to hit the land for Nissa, but we did not get to take advantage of it. Tamiyo. So Tamiyo's going to die. Is there any way that this Tamiyo can help us? I'm not sure if it can. Armchair Genero, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. I'm trying to think of what all the actual adventures are. I think some of the like random flexible ones might have a shot. Just like 1 mana destroy an artifact, or it's a 2/1. Like 1 mana destroy an artifact is pretty efficient. Why wouldn't you play the upside of a creature? So I think there might be a chance for some cards like that. Huh. No matter what we get back at, yeah, I guess we just concede. We just can't get out from under. We're just too far behind. Liliana's ultimate tends to do that, unfortunately. Also, slightly unfortunately, we don't really have much for Jund. I think jank him out with Blood Moon and Veil of Summer is probably our plan here. Yeah, I don't think Tamiyo's enough there. The ooze gets big enough to just kill it, and there's still Liliana on the battlefield, so I don't really think there's much of a pathway back from there. So go down Doubling Season, go down Domri, bring in 2 Veil of Summers, 3 Blood Moons. Pelugrino seems like it kind of just dies without doing much. What else can we cut? Maybe 1 pull from tomorrow. Nissa's essentially a 3-drop. Well, the heavy disruption of Jund might be a little tough for this deck. We'll see. What about the discard card, draw an adventure card? Maybe. I mean, it's 1 mana. It works with like Arclight Phoenix or something. Possibly. 1 mana is pretty cheap. The creature half doesn't seem all that appealing. I'm trying to think of... I actually really like Beanstalk Giant. I don't know about Modern, but I think that's one of the more powerful ones that we've seen so far. The 1 mana looting one could have a shot. The counterspell one probably doesn't. The destroy an artifact one possibly, just because 1 mana destroy an artifact is about as efficient as it gets. Also, the 1 mana add a mana of any color. It's like a really bad Manamorphose, but maybe there's some world where that does something. It does like up your storm count or whatever. All right, what else are we cutting? We need to cut 1 more card. 1 more card against Jund. We can't cut our ramp. Maybe just 1 Banefire. Let's try it like that. 2 Bonfires, 1 Banefire. Bring in the Blood Moon, see if we can jake about. Dredge is actually still really good. Alright, I mean, we're keeping. We're going to need a payoff, but in theory, turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Unbound Flourishing. Cross our fingers, we draw an X-Spell. Cross our fingers. We still got our 1 Banefire anyway. Do you get sideboards in the stream tournament you were talking about earlier? Yes, I believe that we do. It's best of 3, so we'll have sideboards in that tournament. So yeah, if you have any ideas of other ideas of what has been good in 2020 standard on Arena, let me know. Murderous Rider is probably the most powerful of the adventures we've seen so far, I think. Although I really like Beanstalk Giant. I think 3 mana ramp, 7 mana big creature. I think that's one that I think that might actually see play in standard too. That seems something like you'd play in a Leon Trowsy ramp deck. Like 3 mana for a rampant growth, a little bit more, but kind of the going rate in standard, and then just randomly having like a 10/10 sitting in your exile zone for the late game. That seems like a really good ramp spell to me. Nesmith, 33 months, 33 years. I forgot to ask her the last podcast, but if Wizards was going to backfill sets on Historic and Arena, how far back do you think they should go? I think it would be nice if they made Frontier, but that's doubtful. Maybe Magic Origins. Yeah, that is a really good question. So me personally as a Modern lover, I would love to see them backfill all the way back to full Modern. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that maybe Origins could be good. I could see that as a on flavor starting point. Hey, thank you, Splix. I try. The Epic Beard, I try. Adventure is, I think people are almost underestimating how strong it is. It's like built-in card advantage. it's very, those type of mechanics are just very constructed playable. Well, there goes our Unbound Flourishing. Opponent is trying really hard not to let us have fun. Fun, not fund. But our opponent's really trying hard to not let us have fun with our deck, which is kind of sad. We just want to play big stupid things, but Jund doesn't want any part of it. I would love to draw Blood Moon. Blood Moon would make me very happy. Foogie Monster, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Charm Priest is also busted. Big Soups here for our RE subscriber. And Pedro Headshots for the 5th month. Thank you so much. 5 months of supporting the Beard and the Jake. Well, I definitely appreciate it. Welcome you back to the Fishbowl. Big Soups here for you. Man, the set is very complicated. I was actually talking to, Richard about it. And he was wondering if it was, almost too complicated. Is there any chance that Throne of Eldorate is, just too complicated, especially with Arena being, a new player client, bringing new players into the game? Plague Engineer. The lack of fun continues. Opponent. That doesn't even seem good against our deck. We have 4 Arbor Elves that it's a thing against. I don't know about that decision from our opponent, but it worked. Is there even a point in killing it? Well, Wooded Foothills go. The land plan is on. We're going to need some action. We're running short on time. So that reminds me of Future Sight. That's an interesting comparison. Future Sight was definitely very complex like that. What do you think about the new Deafening Silence card? Is that the 1 mana spell Rule of Law? I think it's a great sideboard card for Modern. 1 mana comes down early enough to be relevant. I think it's just way better than actual Rule of Law in Modern. Standard, maybe there's some applications. I think if you're playing a creature deck against a spell deck, it seems like it has some upsides. Well, here come... Man, we need a miracle. We need a miracle. That's what we need. We figured it out. We need a bonfire. We just need a bonfire off the top, and then life becomes good again. That's it. Easy. Easy. Opponent's trying hard to not let us have fun. We need a bonfire. Can we hit a bonfire? It would bring us right back into the game. Come on one time. We need a miracle. In a Rakdos Bird style deck, there was 24 lands. Can't really afford to have lands entered tapped. What's the recommended mana base? Ooh, in Standard or Modern? Brutal. Well, this has been rough. This game we have just flooded. I mean, I guess the good news is even if our opponent hadn't stripped our hand of every fun thing, we probably still would have lost because we just haven't hit anything but lands all game. I just think Adventure as a mechanic is Wizards flip-flopping and double-dipping on what the cards were where and when. I don't know if I exactly understand what you're getting at, but... Adventure is, as Seth pointed out on the podcast, one of the greatest things they could have ever done for 1v1. Yeah, I think that's the main focus. Ugh. Tarmogoyf actually survives Bonfire. Yeah. I think we're pretty much done for no matter how you look at it. Jund. I think we can win this matchup, too. We just can't win it the way that it went. Game 1, we were very much in it, but... opponents had a great hand. Alright, more lands. And, yeah. Well, that game, we drew two non-mana cards and just no action. What can you do? Sometimes the Magic gods don't want you to have fun. Oh, no Unbound Flourishings at all. My buddy was playing Unbound Flourishing with untap X creatures and Villainous Wealth. Ooh, yeah. I think that sounds very similar to the Against Odds deck we played. I'm asking for the stuffy Dal deck I was asking about on Wednesday in Modern. Ooh. So ask me the question one more time. What lands should you play? I mean, for just about every Modern deck, the optimal mana base, well, this hand's got action. All the action we were missing last game. is around this game. So we're going to keep it and just hope that nothing goes wrong. We would really like this Arbor Elf to live. So, step 1. Stomping Grounds, untapped, Arbor Elf. Please live, little elf friend. Pass the turn. But for most modern decks, fetch land, shock lands is kind of the optimal. Definitely not cheap, but that's usually the optimal way to go. Alright, so, Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath. Get a Forest. Tap. Untap. We're going to just play the Unbound Flourishing plan. Play it with the name, our namesake card, get it down, pass the turn, go ahead and opponent it, and then even if we get Thoughtseize, we got 2x spells to choose from next turn. Fetches, my prediction is they're coming when we return to Zendikar. I would be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked if they didn't, but I really think they will. I think the money is too much for Wizards to pass up, and with them moving more towards Arena, the shuffling argument isn't relevant anymore. And opponent has a Wrenn in 6, which is a little depressing. Kills our Mana Dork, also a little depressing. And passes. Well, let's Breeding Pool, untapped. Domri. Take it up. Pass the turn. Hopefully next turn is a good turn. We got lots of ramp. We got the Unbound Flourishing. We need this crosses to resolve. This is what we're leaning on. Hopefully our opponent does not mess with this plan. Prime! For the 35th month. So many years of resubbing. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. All right. Well, we will discard Voracious Hydra. But we got a pretty big craw coming. Ticks up. All right, it's crawl time. Ooh, and Genesis Hydra. Well, Windswept Heath. Crack Windswept Heath. Grab a Forest. Take up Domri. For green. And yeah, here we go. So this is X3, but doubled to 6. That's not bad. So doubles to 6. Draw some cards, gain some life, pass the turn, give our opponent something to think about with their Liliana over there. Whew! Yeah, Wrenn 6 is definitely insane. Opponent. Prime! Welcome you back to the Fishbowl as well. Takes down, kills our Craw. Yeah, we got beat by Jund in the last match, but we get another shot here. Opponent. Looks like a Bloodbraid Elf incoming. We still got good cards in... Oh, not a Bloodbraid Elf. Gives back the land. Sure. Tarmogoyf. Sure. And passes. Interesting. So you try to Hydra into a Planeswalker. We can just pass and pull from tomorrow for quite a bit. X6. We can Voracious Hydra, but that kind of loses to Fatal Push. Oh, yeah, Genesis Hydra gets our Planeswalkers mostly, and Unbound Flourishing. The Hydra fight plan seems good, it's just so risky with this mana up. Like, our opponent hasn't cast a removal spell, Fatal Push seems very likely. Alright, Breeding Pool, untapped. Do we take up Domri for mana? Or do we try to fight with it? Hey, what's up, Joseph? How are you? Have any plans to play Quasi-Duplo Dwarves? I'm assuming that's 7 dwarves quasi-duplicate. We'll probably have to try it. Hey, what's up, Mischievous Stem? How are you? Yeah, that does sound pretty fun. I do kind of want to just draw cards in the face of all this, but... Alright. We will Genesis Hydra. X3. Triggers. Doubles. Well, hopefully we hit something good here. Nissa's something good. That's decent. Get a Nissa. Domri. Oh, it worked. Fight the Goyf. Untap a land. Whoo! That was a turd. That was a turd. Liliana the Veil. You go to death. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is what we want to do against John. That was a good turn. Steel Woozy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Gargos could be kind of sweet. Will I be at GP Toronto? When is GP Toronto? Opponent, kill stuff, kill stuff. That's fine, opponent. That's fine. Ooh, not discard. No, no, no. Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Well, we get to just draw so many cards. I don't think this matters. Opponent. Passing. Oh. I like this. Breeding Pool. Untapped. Take up Domri. At a green. Run out a big ol' Nissa. X9 doubles up. X18. I say we turn out a couple lands, and then we turn out another land. Done! That is the power of Unbound Flourishing. When the deck does a thing, it does it so well. Do you run Risen Reef in the Modern build? We don't have Risen Reef in this deck. We played it in Modern Elementals, and it was very good. With the last piece of the deck done, the goal is to suspend Shivan Meteor, turn 2, turn 3, Spiteful Sliver, Boros Wrecker next turn, upkeep, turn 5, Rush of Vitality, give your lifelink, get Destructibility, burn for 13, gaining back 13. Next round, Lava Axe or Crushing Pain. Okay, so I think that sounds sweet. If I was going to play that, if budget is no concern, fetch land, shock lands is basically the way that most decks go for the mana base. If budget is a concern, I would look at Dragon Skull Summit, also... Maybe the Pain land. What's the Rakdos Pain land? I can't think of the name of it at the moment. Those are two good untapped duels that are budget friendly. Basic lands. The third Rakdos untapped duel gets a little bit sketchier because Blackcleave Cliffs is really expensive. I'm not sure what the third one would be, but that would be my starting point. Yeah, this deck is really fun. I mean, sometimes we just do nothing and it's sad, but when it does things, it does a lot of things, and those things are really spectacular. That is the sweetest part of this deck, is it goes so crazy once it gets going. Alright, same sideboard plan as last time, even though it didn't work super well. Trim a bit of stuff, bring in Veil of Summers and Blood Moons. Yeah, I guess we can trim Domri, even though it was good last game. Run it like that. Try to Blood Moon him out. Foreboding Ruins, yeah, Foreboding Ruins is a good third option. Foreboding Ruins, Dragon Skull Summit, basic lands, that's pretty functional. Hey, greetings from the US, Jotan. How are you today? Ooh, this hand's just too slow. We're going to ship it. Ooh, all right, we'll keep. We will put Genesis Hydra to the bottom. No Thoughtseize? No Thoughtseize yet. Okay. Opponent passes. We draw Stomping Grounds. So, Misty, Crack It, Forest. We're gonna... So normally, it's best to lead with Arbor Elf into Utopia Sprawl. However... because we're playing Jund, and because we want this Blood Moon next turn, we're going to take the less explosive but safer, doesn't scoop to removal line of getting down this Blood Moon on turn 2. The value of this Blood Moon is super high. So I think it's worth playing the less explosive ramp spell to try to do it. Blackleaf Glyphs for our opponent. Oh, okay. We can beat a Goyf, we can beat a Goyf. And there's our Flourishing too. That is a Stomping Grounds. This is a Blood Moon. Opponent can't cast spells. We will pass the turn. Do you have a basic land, opponent? Oh, I love me some Blood Moon. Hey, Seth, I was wondering what program you use for your deck text. It looks like MTGGoldfish Visual View, but also PowerPoint. Thanks. That is actually a tool that Richard designed to use for Goldfish stuff. So it is kind of a combo of exactly the things that you said, of like Visual View on Goldfish along with some PowerPoint-ness thrown in. But yeah, it's a Goldfish tool. I wish I could send you lists for Toasty, but all I have is a pick of the deck. Yeah, if you ever want to send me a list, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Actually, I was thinking about this. What do you think of this idea? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just craw for 6. 6 is enough. Slow down this Goyf a bit. This might just be game. Opponent can't do anything. Draw some cards. Oh, that's another craw. Pass the turn. Opponent getting close to scooping it up. What do you think about Bant Devoted Company? I haven't actually... Opponent, done. They do not want a piece of this deck. Unbound Flourishing. Crush it, people. Blood Moon, yeah. Blood Moon outjunding the Jund. That was pretty good. And we might actually be feeding the children with this deck. It's going pretty quickly somehow, too. We're going to have time to do something else, probably, or just more of this. This was something else I thought of. I wonder if it's something people would be interested in. So I get a lot of deck lists each week that people send me. One of them goes to be a... Yeah, John can't handle the Hydras. One of them goes to be the Fishbowl Thursday deck tech. Would an article each week that's just like, I don't know, 5 decks, 7 decks, whatever number... Just like, here's some cool decks that people sent me this week. They didn't get made into deck text, but I like some aspect of them. Not even like a ton of writing, maybe deck lists with like a paragraph. Like, here's the 5 coolest deck lists that people sent me this week. If you want to mess around with them, got some suggestions for them, let me know. And just a really simple, not like in-depth breakdowns of the articles or anything, but just kind of like throw them out there in the world. And then maybe like combine, there could be, I don't know, some ideas bouncing off of each other. Maybe people could get together and like improve the list and then it would end up like played on stream or something. I don't know. But yeah, just like, I don't know, one day a week, here's like some of the lists that people sent me. Here's the article, have at it. I think it could be sweet. And I get a lot of decks. I get a lot of decks that I look at and I'm like, man, this is cool, but it's kind of similar to something we've done before, or I don't know if it's quite all the way there yet. So I decide not to feature it in a deck tech, but it has like a synergy or something that I really like about it. So it would be cool to get those out there. So there's a chance that something could happen with them. And then maybe they get to the point where they would actually... end up a deck tech or something. Well, I will try to start doing that, which means y'all got to keep sending me, Fish Tank is a good name, or Fish Food for thought. So, well, that means I'm gonna actually try to start doing that weekly. So that means y'all got to keep sending me deck lists. And now there's more homes behind the one slot a week that goes into Fishbowl Thursday decks, where if your deck catches my eye or I like something about it, it can get out there on the site. People can see it. Community can come together and make something happen. So keep sending me your list. Keep sending them in. Yeah, I do like coming up with the names as well. Hey, Seth, first time catching you live. Keep up the great content. Well, thank you, Rupp Carson, and glad to have you. What do you think about Copycat? Like the deck Copycat? I think it's actually pretty good right now. I've seen it put up a couple of 5-0s. It's something that I would be down with trying to play at some point. Well, that's Utopia Sprawl. We got Unbound Flourishing Craw coming up. Hey, welcome, Rockin' Shib. Good to have you as well. Fish Fry is a good name. I do kind of like that. I actually hate fish. I mean, eating fish. I cannot stand seafood. for some reason. I have not figured out how to like it. Opponent. Spire Bluff Canal. Uh-oh. Yeah, this probably means something stormy's happening. In that case, Stomping Grounds, untapped, run out, Unbound Flourishing. I don't know if we can race Storm. I don't know if we can. Hey Seth, I grew up eating in a fish town in Eastern Canada. Can't stand this stuff. Yeah, I can't stand it either. I don't know why. Yeah, it came out a little rough. I didn't mean hate as in like the animal. Like, ugh. I like fish. I just don't like eating fish. Wow. Oh, opponent's playing Living End. Interesting. Well, come on, Graph Digger's Cages. Please. And there goes our namesake card, sadly, with that Force Negation. Well, we will... Well, play Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills. Grab a Forest, run out Nissa, Steward of Elements, X2. Well, yeah, I will try. I don't know if it won't be this week because we're at the end of the week. Either next week or the week after. I'll try to start posting the weekly deck list and just do it every week. Fuba Man, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Podet goes the cyclid. Nissa, good. Resolves. Well, take it up. Yeah, Living End, it seems like a good time for Living End. With people less focused on graveyard hate, it seems like a good time to jank people out. What is the best way to share decks with you? How do we want to do this? Bottom? Yeah, let's just bottom. Best way to share decks with me is just emailing them to me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. I think... at one point, I talked to Richard about having a way to automatically submit lists through the site, which would be sweet. So if this is something that catches on and we keep doing more of, we might be able to do something like that in the future. But for now, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. I do not like shrimp either. I don't like any seafood, actually. Dark Puka, welcome to the Fishbowl. Lobsters, don't like lobsters. Don't like any of it. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Can we please come up with a name for series TBD? I vote Internal Excursions, but I think it's time the series gets an official name. Eternal Excursions is a good one. I still kind of like Old Fish. I just gotta talk Richard into it. I thought it was funny. Richard thought it was cheesy, so I'm still gotta convince him to go with Old Fish. We draw a mountain. I'll scry with our Nissa. Bottom. And, bottom. Play a mountain. Wait, what? What Cascade spell needs a creature target? Or is this not even a Cascade build? Is our opponent playing... It looks like they're playing a Cascade build. Like, should we not be playing a creature because there's a chance our opponent's going to use it to Cascade with and we lose? A guy called Squid for the 11th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Demonic Dread needs black. Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll just go with crosses then. Sure. Draw 3. Or draw 1. X3. Nizrals, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. I'd be surprised if they were playing Carrie Zev's Expertise. That one doesn't usually see play. The other one, if it's Sorcery Speed, that's fine. We can jank them out with Nissa Ultimate with Domri, potentially. Yeah, alright. Well, there it is. Cascades, Living Ends. Life is bad. Life is over. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. Well, that's what Living End does. We tried. Yeah, we should name series TBD at some point, though. That's true. Well, we get 2 Grafdigger's Cages. And I wonder if Blood Moon could work. We saw a pretty crazy mana base. Maybe we gotta bring in Blood Moons. We don't have a lot of other options. Oofs, Vigors, Rebuilds. Like, we don't have a lot of other options that are good against that. Yeah, I guess Cage doesn't actually stop Living End. So we just got nothing? Or just, like, drawing dead against this deck? Why Grafdigger's Cage? Infamous small Japanese tournament deck builder. Why? Why? The deck's feeling sweet. We've done some super sweet things. I mean, we got a winning record right now, although Living End does not feel like a great matchup. So what is our game plan? Jankum with Blood Moon. Lucky Banefire draw that we got in our first match, I guess. Doubling Season. So I think we go down Doubling Season. Go down maybe like Ren in 6. And go down Pelucranos. Try it like that. Fingers crossed. Go fast, draw Blood Moon. That's our hope. Yeah, our Graveyard Hate isn't super good there. Sideboard is completely tuned. Sense Event is best of 1. Oh, let me see, David. I am looking for a standard 2020 list for that thing on, ooh, that's not fast. This is a hand I would love if we were not playing against the Degenerate deck, but we can't just go turn 3 Unbound Flourishing, turn 4 Crosses. That's not going to work against Living End. Well, I guess we keep this and hope that Blood Moon is the top card of our deck. That's our hope and dream. 2020 Narset Wheel. That seems pretty brutal. Narsets and Wheels is pretty sweet. And Smothering Tithe is sweet. I'll have to give that one a shot. That looks fun. Well, we will keep. We will put Voracious Hydra to the bottom. Well, let's go, Blood Moon. Let's go. Utopia Sprawl on Forest. On, yeah, I guess just green. On green. Go. Theoretically, Genesis Hydra could find us a Blood Moon. That's not impossible. Flames and Lightning. Delver and Young Pyromancer. That is a sweet combo. I mean, not a combo, but they work well together. That's what I mean. That's not a Blood Moon. Stomping Grounds, go. Well, we're not going fast, and we're not Blood Mooning, and we're not Graveyard Hating. You can rampage the clans with treasures now. Maybe that's how you take advantage of food. You just get a bunch of food tokens, rampage the clans, and win the game that way. That actually seems sweet. Crush Crim with Narset Wheel. Awesome, David. That sounds, yeah, I'll definitely have to give it a try. It seems mean, but it seems fun. Flying Bananas are for the 11th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber, Arbor Elf. Breeding Pool. Pass the turn. All right. What you got, opponent? Cracks their Flooded Strad. Gets a Steam Vents untapped. Cycles. Ugh. Yeah, this feels like such a bad matchup. Samet with Clan sounds cool too. Opponent does some cycling, getting those creatures in the graveyard, does some cycling. Yeah, we're probably just dead this turn. That's how it's looking. Looking like death is inevitable. Opponent. Temple Garden. Untap. Gotta have that Cascade mana. Yeah. Well, death comes for us all. From the graveyard with a Living End. Well, tap, untap. I mean, we can Genesis Hydra. Genesis Hydra X5. Opponent. All right. That is a Blood Moon. Okay. Hope. Opponent didn't tap their mana. Should have floated your mana. You should have floated your mana. You should have floated your mana. Oh my god, we got him. No one expects a Blood Moon off the Genesis Hydra. And now we might actually win. Opponent plays a mountain. Oh, Jake and a mount. That's how we can do it. That's how we can do it. Oh, that was good. That was good. Well, now we get to play Nissa. Untap a land. Go to combat. Attack. Hit our opponent. There's not much time left. Opponent down. 2, 4. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Untapped, rather. Pass the turn. Opponent needs something really good to get out of this. Opponent passing. Oh, do we get him? Did we get him? The sneaky Genesis Hydra. Opponent discards a hand size. Oh, I didn't think we had any chance to get there. Yeah, all right. I mean, keep it going, keep it going. Combat. Attack. Janked him out. And? Do we get him? I don't think this build can play Electro Dominance because they're playing the Cascade spells. Oh my goodness. Oh, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat somehow. Well, next time that's unlikely to work because our opponent's going to know what's going on. What's the most ridiculous way you've ever lost? What is the most ridiculous way I've ever lost? I've lost in many ways. I'm trying to think what the most ridiculous is, though. I mean, losing to Minotaurs was pretty ridiculous. That might be on the list. Are there any changes you'd make to your villainous wealth flourishing list? Not at the top of my head. We didn't play that one that long ago, so I don't think anything has really changed based on when we did it. Best 2020 deck is Jeskai Rat combo? What is Jeskai Rat combo? I've never heard of such a thing. Zombie Treasure Cruise. Triple Metamorphose was brutal. I don't know if that's the worst loss I've ever had, but it was a brutal loss. Ooh. Ooh, we got Blood Moons. That's our one way of maybe winning. We're going to keep this. Arid Mesa. Opponent. Ramp Spell. Give us a Ramp Spell. Unbound Flourishing. All right. Opponent's probably going to get basics now. They know what's up. Someone beat me with Scapeshift Nissa. Guess how I died? Banefire. We Banefired someone this game. Opponent, still getting on basics. All right, the greed is real. Opponent. Opponent said, playing cards I need to read before I click OK. Classic Saffron. Opponent. Cycling. Ooh, missing land drops. Cycling. Hitting land drops. Oh, that's some luck. Oh, that's not luck. Oh, really? Really? Really, really? Well, okay. Walking Ballista. We have Unbound Flourishing Trod with 3 lands. That's not great. I got hit with Rite of Consumption, and he sacked his Dark Depths. Ew. That's sweet. I've never seen anyone do that. Oh, Ral combo. I don't know why I read it as Rat combo. Ral combo makes a lot more sense. Opponent untaps. Are we dead? Cycles. Passes. Land. Yeah, that's a land. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. 13. Well, Stomping Grounds. Blood Moon. Do you have the Force? They do. Oh, no. We needed that Blood Moon. Opponent untaps. Do they draw the land? Oh! That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, I think that should do it now that our opponent hit that land. That was a key draw for our opponent. Well, Blood Moon. Yeah, Blood Moon to death. Gim for the 7th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Holy! Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Well, apparently our opponent just has a Force of Negation Tribal over there. Hit our opponent for 1. Down to 12 past the turn. Well, we had 2 Blood Moons, they had 2 Force of Negations. Del Roas, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent keeps on cycling. So our hope is our opponent never hits a Cascade card, I guess. Opponent cracks Flooded Strand. Gets a basic. Keep cycling. Well, they're due to hit a bunch of lands. Well, they pitched bad cyclers both times. Glassjaw Hulk both times. Opponent, land. Our hand doesn't really do anything, sadly. Opponent. There's the Cascade spell. Yeah, I believe this is just... yeah. Well, we tried. For having 0 graveyard hate, we actually made it close. We made it close. It didn't work, but we attempted. And now, even a Miracle Bonfire doesn't do it. It's a land, and... alright. Well, Force of Negation, that's a card. Maybe this deck should play Graveyard Hate. That could be a thing to consider. That maybe a little bit of Graveyard Hate would go a long way. Before we get to our next round, a reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some new Throne of Eldraine cards, you can snag them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a Saffron Olive sticker if you were so inclined. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. So this deck, it has been spectacular and brutal all at once. This past week, I lost a pretty devastating top MCQ. I didn't lose a single game to the finals, lost 2-1 to Ben Weinberg. How to you get over tough losses? Oh man. Huh. Well, I'm kind of lucky because, well, lucky or unlucky, I've never really done the tournament thing. So I've never really had a loss where it's been like some sort of big qualifier on the line. So I've never really had to deal with that type of bad loss. I mean, sometimes you lose, you're 5-0 in a league or something, but that's not actually the end of the world. This is awkward. So I think it's mostly the challenge. I think is trying to learn from your losses. I think that's the hardest thing to do, is to learn from your losses rather than just getting salty or blaming luck or giving up. So, and then that's the best thing you can do for the next time to improve your odds. Yeah, should get some water at some point. Saw a Throne of Eldraine spoiler Haggle. Could that bring Izzet Phoenix in Modern? I think there's some chance that shows up in Izzet Phoenix. I don't know if that would bring Izzet Phoenix back from the loss of Faithless Looting. It's definitely a big downgrade from Faithless Looting, but it does seem like the kind of card that could fit in the shell and maybe help. What would be a payoff for Collective Conjuring? Oh, that's so tough. That's a deck that I've wanted to build a bunch of times, and oh, it's so hard. Land, please? Oh dear. Well, Arbor Elf. This is a little awkward. This puts us in a position where missing our land drops, there's some stuff that really blows us out. Detention Sphere, even just like Terminus to Fairy. Opponent ops. New Rule of Law variant is going to be very good. That card is so good. Opponent, Field of Ruin. Well, that's not doing much. And we're not getting blown out at the moment. Opponent passes. Oh, God. Well, okay. Awkward. Unbound Flourishing? And the counter. Huh. Force of Negation all day. This deck could probably play Force of Negation. Any chance you'll be at Command Fest DC? Yes. I'm still trying to figure out my plans, but there is definitely a chance that I will be at Command Fest DC. Oh, this is getting worse and worse. Well, so awkward. How about a Walking Ballista X1? At least we're blanking these Field of Ruins. Wow, opponent's just going to counter everything. They have Teferi in hand. Land Teferi is coming, and then I guess we lose. Hey Seth, what card from Eldraine do you think immediately makes a new archetype playable on day one? So I think that Knights are the deck that is most likely people are going to try playing on day one in New Standard. So I think that's probably the easy choice, that Knights Tribal will be at least a thing people try. Opponent has a Teferi. What do they do with Teferi? We have a powerful hand. As far as individual cards, thank you for the cheers, Spicy McChicken. Thank you so much. Thank you. Opponent passes. Land? Alright, so we hit a land. We play a land. Tap, untap. Tap, untap. Tap, tap. Craw, craw. X2. Maybe draw a card. Alright, draw a land. We're doing it. We're putting it together. I'm very afraid our opponent's going to play a Wrath, and then things get very sad for us, but opponent untaps. The Starman DX, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. What card would slot into Cavalcade of Calamity, and what cards would they replace? So, slotting in Gingerbread Man, maybe. Gingerbread Man seems like it has a shot. As far as replacements, there's not a lot that needs to go from that deck because it was built to be rotation proof. But maybe just cut some of the other one drops. I'm trying to think what the worst card in that deck was. I guess also the burn spell, the 3 mana 4 damage burn spell is really good. I like that card a lot. That's super awkward. Not the best miracle time. Okay, so there's a Narset. Play Misty Rainforest. Jace is incoming. Go to combat. Narset and Teferi. Opponent pass. Yeah. We'll take a land. So Narset's gonna live? That's not ideal either. Floop, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big Soups here for our new subscriber. What do you think about Bartender Innkeeper that turns adventure creatures into cantrips? I think it'll be a really good limited build around. I'm not sure how confident I am about it being good in Constructed. Maybe it will be enough for Constructed. But it seems very likely to be good in Limited. Constructed, I'm a little bit more questionable about. Well, let's get rid of this Teferi. Playing Arbor Elf. We're fighting in Klon, but a Jace is incoming. We know. Can we play Liege of the Tangled Jank after this? Fivis, what is Liege of the Tangled Jank? Can you send me a list for Liege of the Tangled Jank? I think you can build a grindy green-black mid-range deck with Barkeeper, Casualties for Beanstalk Giant. Okay, I could see that. Maybe a control-style deck. I think, yeah. So far, I'm not sure that the payoffs for playing all adventure cards are really worth it. I think there's adventure cards that are really good at just being good standalone cards in other decks, but maybe playing them all together has more potential than I'm giving it credit for. There's the Jace. Planeswalkers, keep on it coming. Opponent brainstorms with Jace. Sure. Yeah, is there an actual list for that, Fivis? What is Liege of the Tangled Jank? Opponent, Hallowed Fountain, untapped. And passes. So opponent could have Snapcaster. Well, go to combat. Attack Jace, attack Jace. Opponent. Paths. We'll take a island. Hey, Jace. Okay, we're kind of in this. Now we get to Ballista X2. Ping Jace. Ping Jace. Pass the turn. Ren and 6 doing things. Remember the deck you made a while ago? Oh, Elemental Breach. Okay, I know what deck you're talking about. I didn't realize that's what you meant with Leech of the Tangle Jank. That makes sense though. That would be kind of fun. I think Elementals probably need some upgrading. Ooh, Elspeth. All right. I think we can kind of fight an Elspeth, oddly, with this Banefire. Opponent. Makes some dorks. Passes. Nissa. Well, Renin. So let's see. 1, 1, 1. So hit for 2, 3, 4. Oh, man, this turn. All right, Renin 6. Get back a land. This turn's actually going to be pretty sweet. Play the land. Crack the land. Get a forest. Bonfire of the Damned. X2. Ugh. Actually, should we be concerned about Force of Negation? Ugh, tricky, tricky, tricky. I want a Bonfire. I'm a little worried about Force of Negation. Force of Negation has been ruining our day all day, every day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do we try? Hey, what's up, Circudius Rue? Do you think we go for it, or do we could just play a big Crossus? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we'd have to kill Narset first. Yeah, we'd have to kill Narset first. Yeah, I guess we gotta go for it. Yeah. Bonfire you. Come on, no force. No, you already used one. Oh, it worked. Go to combat. Oh! Oh. Huh. Okay. That works differently than I thought it worked. Huh. That wasn't good at all. Huh. Okay. I thought it dealt damage to everything. What does Bonfire actually say? Opponent has timely reinforcements. X damage target player and each creature. Alright. Well, I misunderstood how that worked. For some reason, I thought Bonfire was going to deal damage to everything, but it does not. And that definitely is a punt. It's a punt driven by not understanding how it worked, but... Well, Renin 6. Kill Narset. Utopia Sprawl. Resolves. On blue. Tap, untap. And I think we're just got to play a big Crossus. Try to draw some cards, make something happen. So draw 6, or X6, draw 3, gain 3. Well, there's Unbound Flourishings for days. Is it enough? Pass the turn. Opponent's got an Elspeth going. Can we get out from under it? I've got a plan for a Gonti commander with treasures as you pay off. Like you have some Jakey good fun, and you darn well know Panharmonicon or Yarok are in there. Ooh, that sounds super fun. Path, gonna take down our Crosses. We might be losing to Elspeth, sadly. So we will grab a Forest. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of tokens. We needed to kill that Elspeth. I think that punt is probably going to cost us the game. Right now, would you rate Throne of Eldraine over War of the Spark? Power level wise, probably not. War of the Spark was historically busted with all the Planeswalkers. But flavor wise, I'm going to say yes. I think it's definitely would rank ahead of it flavor wise for me. Opponent attacks. 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 Alright. Sure. We take a beating, down to 13. We lose our Planeswalker. Opponent makes a bunch of more dorks. Elspeth up to 7. Craig's Flooded Strand. We needed that Elspeth dead. That ruined everything. Teferi and Narset alone are too busted. We got Nissa, who ends the game. Yeah, I don't know. I think War of the Spark, it was cool for a while. I don't know if I'm going to like having all those Planeswalkers in Standard for another year. They are just so pushed. What is our pathway out? Well, tap, untap. Unbound Flourishing. Opponent of all the answers. Sure. Snapcaster for Force and Negation. Yeah, not understanding Bonfire is going to cost us this game, I think. Can we talk about how flavorful 7 dwarfs are and how the art has a ton of 7 mantras? Yeah, definitely the whole set is just so flavorful. That card included. But yeah, it is, flavor-wise, the set is insane. Alright, let's try again. Unbound Flourishing. Counter on Walking Ballista. Ping Elspeth. Play Breeding Pool. Pass the turn. I don't know if we live, though, do we? Do we live here? 4... 13. Yeah, I think we take Xaxes if our opponent does it with Celestial Colonnade. Plays a Colonnade. Okay. Well, we have a chance. We're not dead yet. We have a small chance. I think we're going to need like a Banefire or something. So we block Snapcaster. We ping Elspeth. Now we'll see. Ping Elspeth. Exegak, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. We have another Banefire in our deck. Elspeth should have been dead a while ago. Narset. Well, that makes some of our things worse. Opponent passes. 1 card. Stomping Grounds. Vendilion Click. Yup. Narset's also bad. Ooh, let me see, Akato. Rao combo is definitely fun. Sorry, Rev Daddy 88. Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, it'll be up on the replay tomorrow if you miss any of it. Yeah, Rao combo looks fun. It's definitely one of the more unique standard decks. Yeah, we needed to have that Elspeth dead, but that Banefire punt, I think, messed it up. For you, a new version of Rule Law is a problem for 4-color Urza. It seems pretty good. I really like that you can play it in creature decks and not hurt yourself. I think that makes it a lot easier to play. Oh, that's free because of, This is going to be hard. Tap untap. I don't think we can get out of this. Tap untap. So, Nissa. Ugh. Alright, so Nissa, we need Nissa big enough to kill about 350. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Narset doesn't let us draw with crosses, so we have to first kill Narset. I think our chance of winning is Narset or Nissa ultimate, kill Narset. Use whatever mana we can to cast a crosses with enough mana left over to Banefire the board. I think that's our only line to maybe make it work. I don't see any other option really. So Nissa X3. Oh, we need to kill that. We need to be able to kill that we need to be able to kill the Elspeth with that bonfire. Alright, so untap. This is admittedly a long shot, but it's like some sort of shot at least. Hit Narset, hit Narset. Kill Narset. A bonnet. Hey Seth, but the last two nights brewing a super janky $20 modern combo deck with a counterlock I think's right up your alley. It's built around the little known Saviors of Kamigawa card. Here's a link if you're interested. Ooh, well, let me take a look. That definitely sounds very interesting, and $20 is super cheap. Alright, so Narset dies. So crosses 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. We can only go X2? Well, alright. Crosses X2 doubles to 4. Banefire's not the right one. Yep. Huh! Well, that game would have went a little differently if we knew how Bonfire of the Dam work with Planeswalkers. So that deck, that looks fun. Trusted Advisor, your maximum hand size is increased by 2. Beginning your upkeep, you can return a blue creature you control to your hand. So doing some blinking of fairies. I mean, that is definitely super cheap, and it seems pretty annoying to play against. Just making a bunch of tokens, countering things over and over. For $20, I like it. Yeah, we don't have a ton for control in specific. Probably Boil and Blood Moon. And then maybe Veil of Summer if there's stuff we can go down. Pelucranos doesn't seem great. Normally Banefire isn't great, but that Elspeth going to town, maybe we need to keep it. Voracious Hydra doesn't seem super good. Ugh. I'm kicking myself that we didn't kill, well, we didn't know how to kill the Elspeth there, that we didn't do it. Ay. That would have been a big swing. Probably gotta go down Doubling Season. What else do we cut? Domri and maybe one bonfire. Let's run it like that. Or run it like that, see what happens. Hey Seth, would you do a special Halloween theme deck in October? We probably will. We've done some like Commander Clash Halloween specials in the past, but we could definitely do them for something else too. Ugh. Ugh. Slow, too slow. Well, okay. We'll keep this. We'll put Banefire to the bottom, I guess. And see what happens. Breeding Pool, tapped, pass the turn. This is also pretty slow, but bone it. Do you think that we will see Blood Moon reprinted in Eldraine? It seems like it would be easy to put a fairy tale theme on it. It would make sense with Wizards moving away from multicolor stuff in Standard. Unfortunately, I think there's zero chance of Blood Moon ever coming to Standard again. Standard players just wouldn't be able to hack it. So I think it's something that is probably too powerful and too unfun for Standard. Whispers of Smallpox. Ooh, Whispers of Emrakul. It looks so much like Hymn to Torok, but it's never actually really seen play so far. Well, get another Breeding Pool. Untap. Stomping Grounds tapped. Pass the turn. Oh, you know there's a Narset coming to ruin our crying. Yeah, that looks sweet. I like the Whispers of Smallpox deck. Opponent. Teferi of the Time Araveler. And opponents even fetching out their basics. It seems like they are prepared for a Blood Moon. We draw a Mountain. Well, let's play a Sadcraw. The saddest. Nothing to support it. Draw a couple cards. Well, it's a Nissa. Nissa's a good card. Pass the turn. Standard player would hate it more than Nexus. Yeah, Blood Moon I think is just too annoying and good for Standard, unfortunately. Hey, what's up, Old Eyes? How are you? Have you ever dealt with burnout in Magic or content creation? I mean, I think like that probably happens a little bit to everyone, but I don't know if I've ever went through a stage where I just like couldn't play Magic or make content. There's doldrums sometimes up and down, but in general, like, I really enjoy it. So I don't think I've ever experienced like true burnout. I'm sure it's probably something that'll happen at some point. Hey, Winterwolf, good luck with work. Thanks for swinging by. Opponent kills our Craw. We will grab an island. Teferi Grim! Why do you do this to us? It means we can't use Veil of Summer very effectively, which is definitely obnoxious. Alright. Well, we're going to play it. See what happens. Wallet Burnout is definitely a thing. Opponent, has a counter. We can't save our stuff because our opponent also has a Teferi, which is super obnoxious. Pass the turn. I mean, we can Veil beforehand, but then we don't get to draw a card off of it, and it's not super exciting. Oh, jeez. Meridana, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Opponent going brainstorming, and yeah, I think we are behind. I would say very far behind. We got all lands. Opponent has a million planeswalkers. Do you predict a price drop on Nexus after rotation? I need one for EDH. Ooh, opponent ticks down, draw an extra cards, as planeswalkers have been known to do at some points in the past. Well, Crackwooded Foothills. Disappointing. We've had some spectacular games and some less than spectacular games. Utopia Sprawl. Well, let's play Utopia Sprawl. On blue. Play a very sad Nissa. Opponent probably has Force of Negation because they have a lot of counters. Nissa. Maybe we shouldn't even brought in Veil of Summer. There's Force of Negation. Pitching another Teferi. Yeah, this one looks pretty over to me. Looking pretty over. We couldn't even cycle it after they countered our stuff? Maybe. Yeah, maybe Veil of Summer's not good with Teferi running around. Maybe it's just not worth it. Huh. Well, good luck with the kids, David. Thanks for hanging out. Should just be casting Veil as a silence. Yeah, maybe. Not drawing a card makes it a lot worse. I mean, this one's basically over. Huh, so we've had some great games and some horrible games. Blood Moon doesn't do anything. Jace's. And I think we will scoop it up. Huh, so what are we doing now? We finished... Man... We had some insanely spectacular games and some insanely brutal games. Also, there's one punt game with a bonfire that was rough, but that's what happens when you just pick up different decks randomly and play random cards. But the first game might have went differently if we had bonfired the Elspeth. So we finished 2 and 3. Yeah, the kids are definitely starving. Sometimes infamous small Japanese tournaments combined with puns. They do spectacular things, but they don't always feed the children. So what is next for us? Can we try... can we tune the deck? Yeah. You like Simian Spirit Guide. Simian Spirit Guide makes sense. I mean, the weird part of the deck is all the one-of Planeswalkers. I mean, I guess they're nice to hit off of, like, Genesis Hydra, but I don't know. Yeah, the new Rule of Law variant, I think, will be a good sideboard card in Modern. I mean, it depends on the metagame, but if you want to fight, like, Storm combo decks or other spell-based combo decks, it seems like one of the best cards for that. Ha! Go-Go Emiria. Yeah... I mean, so we got like an hour-ish left in the stream, so we either play more of this deck, or upgrade more of this deck, or do some random games with something else for the rest of the stream. I think this deck was really sweet. The good games, well, let's just play... Let's play another game with this deck. I think this deck is really sweet. I'm a little disappointed without that last one wet. I think this deck feels like it has a lot of power. It might be a little clunky and untuned. It's got a lot of random one-ofs and two-ofs, which are definitely not optimal. Like, a million random one-ofs and two-ofs. That's usually a side of a deck that's under construction and needs some tuning still. Mojo still. I mean, we could potentially end with a game of Milmir tonight. I don't know about Mojo still. I mean, we could try Mojo still, but... Usually not as many people play Mojo Stow. Now let's Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, probably won't standard tonight. We will definitely be doing a lot of standard soon. Standard, until we get Throat of Eldraine, is just, I don't know. I don't know what the point is. It's so hard. Solmiri is definitely really fun. Opponent. Opponent's got double Field of Ruin. That's, probably not great. Well, Misty, crack it. What is our opponent doing over there? We will grab an island, and yeah, let's just Unbound Flourishing. This might be one of our blowout games. This is when the deck can look insanely good. Play the Bant deck from Muchabrew. Oh, it's goblins? Huh. That is a interesting goblin hand. Field of Ruin goblins. Trying to play like legacy goblins. Even after Eldraine, you'll still have to deal with Teferi. But I will be excited for Standard for a while at least. That's usually how my relationship with Magic goes. Is once a new set comes out, I get really excited for Standard for like a month and a half, and then I kind of like trend back towards other formats. Yeah, it's just Genesis Hydra, I guess. Genesis Hydra, X2 is not that exciting. Maybe we Nissa. Nissa's probably better. Let's Nissa. X4. Doubles it up. Unbound Flourishing. Take up Nissa to 6. We will keep both of these. Put on top, put on top. Pass the turn. Voracious Hydra incoming. This is where the deck looks really insane. Is Core 2020 any good for draft? It's not bad, especially as far as core sets go. I think it's pretty reasonable. Standard is not conductive to rogue decks. I think it is around set building, set release time. For me, that's the most fun time in Standard. But after the metagame is very solidified for a year like it is now, then it's not very easy to play. There's the Earwig Squad. Then it's not very easy to play Rogue decks. Not nearly as easy. Updating Dubious Challenge would be fun. What new additions are there for Dubious Challenge, though? Like, I wonder what's really changed for that deck. Oh, man. I can't believe they're doing a Teferi core set. That's such a crazy idea when Teferi's, like, one of the most hated Planeswalkers in the history of, well, the current period of Magic. Takes Bonfires and a Colossus. So we could whack our opponent with Nissa. Let's just scry with Nissa. Bottom, top. Stomping Grounds, untapped. Run out a big old Genesis Hydra. Genesis Hydra X8. Worst case, we get a Chandra. Best case, I don't know what's better than Chandra. We might be getting Chandra no matter what. Anyone hoping 2021 is like Mirage 2.0? Mirage would be a interesting set to revisit. Oh. We could just take Doubling Season. Yeah, let's take Doubling. Doubling Season's more fun. Chandra might be better, but boy, that's going to be a big Genesis Hydra, I think. Yeah, that's a big old Hydra. Maybe that's what the Doubling Season is for. What is my favorite pizza place? Ooh. We have a lot of good pizza places in New York. That's kind of our thing. One of the things we're known for. What is the best pizza I've ever had? I think the best pizza I've had was a place called Stoney's Pizzeria in a town called Lyons. I think that was my number one pizza. I don't actually really like the pizzerias that are around where I live right now. Like, there's some okay ones, but none of them that really stand out. But that's one I remember being particularly good. Wizards really does it to themselves. It's Teferi static was something like opponent cannot play instant speeds. Yeah, I think that maybe Teferi, it seems like the static maybe should have been a plus ability, potentially. It's a really devastating ability to just have sitting out for free all the time. It's one that I didn't even realize how devastating it would be until actually playing with it, but boy is it bonkers. Do we win here? I think we do. Okay, so we get to 1, 2, 3. Play Play Polukranos. Nissa. Untap. And then activate Polukranos. Monstrous. Oh, does this even work? Hopefully. Oh, it doesn't! Oh, Polukranos probably should be in this deck. It doesn't even work with our combo. Because it's already monstrous. Well, that's something we definitely should change, because that's... Yeah. Alright, that doesn't work the way I was hoping. We've had a couple of punts with this deck. Am I going to the SCG Legacy Open? I don't think I'm going to be there all weekend. I'll have to see if I can make it up there on Sunday. I have something else I have to do on Saturday, so I don't know. I really wanted to, But I don't know when I'll actually be around for it, unfortunately. I am hoping to go to the Commander thing in DC, though. Opponent, Crater Maker. Yeah, that was kind of a disastrous turn. What if the Teferi set is a code name for a new Time Spiral set? That would be interesting. Like, I assume it's Teferi Planeswalkers, but I guess it could be Creature Teferis. I would be surprised, though, just with how Planeswalker heavy everything is at this point. Munitions Expert. Yeah, I guess I can kill our Nissa. I'm still not sure how our opponent just beats our board, though. Our creatures are so big. So we play Unbound Flourishing Part 2. If we ever draw an X-Spell, it's gonna be great. Go attacking. We have, oh man, we have everything if we hit an X-Spell. Opponent. I may stop by on Sunday morning. It would be awesome to meet you. It would be awesome to meet you as well, SBS. That would definitely be sweet. I would love to. The next Teferi will be +3, take an extra turn. Oh man, I think even Wizards knows better than that. After Nexus of Fate, I would be surprised if we saw any push extra turn spells for a while. Just the amount of feel-bads and complaining from Nexus, which is kind of sad because if you remember, like, a couple of years before Nexus of Fate, we played a extra turn deck in Standard. It was actually, wait, are we dead? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right. Well, I guess we are actually dead. Well, that's what we get for not knowing our cards. Now we lost to Goblins? Yeah, man. So we've learned two things. One is Bonfire does not hit Planeswalkers and players. Two is Pelukranos is actually kind of just a non-bow in this deck, and it should not be in the deck. I think that is a bit of a mistake in deck building by whoever built it. Chuck the Yak for the second month, just swinging by. But I wanted you to know that you brought joy to my life. My 6-year-old son doesn't get a lot of examples of how to be a happy guy. He wants me to say he's your #1 fan. Well, thank you so much, Chuck the Yak, and hello to your 6-year-old son. I'm glad you enjoy the show, and I'm glad you're trying to be happy. Life is short, so be happy. That's, I think, the best way to go through the world. That's my theory anyway. So thank you so much for the kind words and for being a fan. Core 2021 is going to be a Teferi theme set. Yeah, the way Chandra was the theme of Core 20. Very, very true. So we bring in, like, Weather the Storm? I guess we don't really change much of anything. Yeah. Well, we've had a couple of disappointing puns with this deck, but it's weird cards that you normally don't play, so I think that's part of it. Yeah, that is why we lost that game. The monstrous trigger, even with how Unbound Flourishing is worded, you can't actually double it because it's already monstrous. And we got pretty punished, I would say. Well, Wolf Run to the bottom. This hand is really good if our stuff doesn't die. If our stuff does die, it's a little sadder. But we can potentially get out something big pretty quick, even without Unbound Flourishing. Alright, Forest and Arbor Elf, go. If they return to Kamigawa, they need to make Krim a Planeswalker. I wonder if they'll ever return to Kamigawa. Opponent, Ether Vial. I mean, I don't think it's impossible, but Kamigawa is a pretty contentious set. Some people love it, other people hate it. And let's Utopia Sprawl on blue. Tap, untap. Tap. Nissa. X1. Scry. Well, put on top. Arbor Elf. Go. Emptying our hand in the best way possible. I pray for a return to Kamigawa every night. Interesting. Kamigawa has its fads. There are some people that just absolutely love Kamigawa. I think overall, I don't think it's a super popular set, but the people who love it really love it. And I guess the idea of like Kamigawa done right is kind of cool. Hey, see you, Max. Thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful evening. We'll be back on Tuesday with some special standard 2020 action, I believe. Vote it. Passes. Well, this is going to be a pretty good crosses, I think. So we zero Nissa. Put a land into play. Untapped. Tap. Untap. Tap. Untap. Tap, tap, tap. We're going to be able to cross this for X6? That is not bad on turn 3. Imagine if we had Unbound Flourishing. It would be even more absurd. Draw 3, gain 3. Ew. Well, okay. Stop big rounds tapped. Bonfire seems good, and a 6/6 seems good. Pass the turn. What is the set you want to return to most? If you could control WotC for a day and make them go back to one set in Magic's history, what would you pick? What would your vote be? I think, what would I pick? It wouldn't be Kamigawa. I did like New Phyrexia. Lorwyn, I can see a little bit of Lorwyn in Eldraine to some extent. Ooh, we have a donation. Pull from tomorrow's is sweet. $5 donation from Bill Brown. Seth, while exploring Arena, I suddenly realized I wasn't paying anything to play two-player games. How could Wizards justify charging event ticks on Moto? Love your content. Keep up the good work. Well, Bill Brown, thank you so much for the donation. I think it's actually pretty similar. You can play games on Magic Online without paying anything as well, but it's kind of the same where if you're going to play a tournament or something, in general, you'll end up paying an entry fee for the chance to win prizes. So I think the systems are actually fairly comparable, I think. That's my perspective, at least. I think they're similar. I actually don't even know if we attack here. I'm pretty worried about dying out of nowhere to Hasty Goblins. Let's just pass. Big pull from tomorrow. But thank you so much for the donation. They do occasionally do some free events on Arena, which are cool. Like the standard 2020 event is free, but prize-wise, you don't really win anything. I mean, you win XP, but you don't win like boosters or anything that's high value. And the amount of XP you win, you need a lot to actually like rank up a level or whatever. We're not pulling X0. We're pulling X many. A big pull. The pull of pulls. Yeah, we're going to draw as much as possible. Opponent, combat. No attacks. All right. We are going to draw some cards. And then we are probably going to Banefire opponent. And then hopefully we're actually going to win this game. Yeah, this pull is going to be pretty absurd. All right, pull from tomorrow's. What do you think about the new blue legend with the X enter the battlefield trigger? Pull from tomorrow's. Draw 8. That is a lot. Opponent vials in. Munitions expert. Sure, that's fine. We got a bonfire for our opponent. Zendikar, it's going to be interesting to see what they have in Zendikar. I think it's going to have fetches. That's my prediction. But it's possible it doesn't. I think it will, though. Well, let's use our... Oh, we even have Unbound Flourishing. All right. This makes it even more fun. So we get to play Unbound Flourishing. We get to play Utopia Sprawl. Oh, this is going to be the bonfire. This is the bonfire we've been waiting for, I think. On red, untap, tap, untap, tap, play a land. Bonfire for all we're worth. How much is it? This time there's no Planeswalkers to worry about. X4. Double it up. 2 bonfires, both X4. And what do you say, opponent? What do you say? Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead, sack your stuff. That's fine. Take the bonfires to the face, and I think that might be a win over the Goblerinos. Zendikar better have Eldrazi again. I think they said the Eldrazi are gone, thankfully. I actually don't really want Eldrazi to be in the set. Well, hit our opponent, hit our opponent. And that's what Unbound Flourishing can do when it gets going. That is what it can really do. My unsubstantiated idea is Somerset next year will have fetches. Ooh. I don't know about Somerset because we'll still have Shocklands in Standard. I would be shocked if they let shocks and fetches in the same Standard. That was the nightmare last time when we had the Battle for Zendikar duels and decks for like $1,000. Also, if you would like to play Momir or Mojo Stow, after we finish up this round, because next week, Tuesday's stream going to be Standard 2020. Thursday, I don't know, it'll probably be Modern. But then the next Tuesday, we're back to Standard, pre-release, all that stuff, Throne of Eldraine. So this might be our last chance to Momir for a minute. So if you would like to Momir after this match, I will accept a Momir or Mojo Stow, whatever you prefer, challenge or two to round out our stream tonight with some challenges. All right, we'll keep. That's fine. I guess I could see an argument for a 3-month window, although it seems weird that they would bring it back right before Zendikar when Zendikar is opponent saves the Hydra. I did not see that. It seems weird that they would bring it back right before Zendikar when Zendikar is like associated with fetch lands, but you never know. Mojo Stow is like Momir with more happening. You can also make equipment and spells. There's like 2 additional avatars. By far the most popular avatar format is Momir, but Mojo Stow is another one that exists. There's actually a whole series of the avatars. They're available in paper as well, actually. Back from like sometime in the 90s, they printed them. Wow, opponent takes Utopia Sprawl. Interesting. Well, that probably means they're killing our Arbor Elf. Arbor Elf, go. Opponent. Your creatures come with equipment, and you can play 3 random instant or sorceries. Yeah, it's definitely random. I think it's kind of longer and grindier than normal Momir, from what I remember. All right, Mogwar Marshal. Opponent passes. We don't have any blue mana, which is awkward. Banefire. I'll tap, untap, tap, run out Domri. Take up Domri. Well, we'll see. Little mana screwed here. We needed that Utopia Sprawl. Past the turn, that Thoughtseize got us good. If Zendikar is a single set and not 2, they may split the fetches like they did with Temples. That's true. Although I don't know if we'll have 10 fetches. It seems like it's more likely that maybe they just print the enemy fetches and we don't get all 10 in Standard. We could get all 10 in Standard, but I would guess that it might be 5. Goblin Matron for our opponent. Gonna go tutoring. An Ooze Planeswalker would be cool. I have never been phaged. I don't know how, don't know why. It is definitely against the odds. Opponent. Getting in, hitting Domri. Yeah, the odds would be in favor of having been phaged by now, but it just hasn't happened. Opponent gets in, Domri. 17. And. Blue mana. Hydra's actually interesting. Tap, untap. Tap. So let's Hydra X. Yeah, let's take up Domri. Voracious Hydra. X2. Kill whatever. Matron, I guess. Well, for having no mana, we're fighting the fight. Pass the turn. Landfall is cool. Hey, Seth, when are you going to try the 5-color Snow Blood Moon Super Friends deck that popped up in the latest Modern 5.0s? I don't know if I've actually even seen that yet. That sounds exactly like... Ooh, Cranko. That sounds exactly like something I would play, though. So soon, hopefully. Because that sounds awesome. Opponent. Passing. Well, I guess we get down to doubling season and go from there. Tap, untap. Tap, take up for mana. This definitely sets us up for the future if our mana eventually works out. Doubling season. Pass the turn. Play some defense. Try to stay alive. Worried about the Krakow. Vote it. Camera's out of focus. Oh, that's not good. I will have to look into that. Oh, cameras. Any chance you will play Sun and Moon? Sun and Moon is cool. I could see playing that. I would like to revisit Mono Red Prison at some point. What are we playing tonight? Love Soul Herder budget deck. Hey, thank you, Awesome Hog. We are playing well, we don't have it at the moment, but we're playing an Unbound Flourishing kind of Hydra-y Expel tribal deck. Magor Marshall for our opponent. And is it worth it to sink money in Moto? I'm relatively new to MTG, started playing when Arena came out. Moto looks way more interesting and complete. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to play Standard, might as well just play an Arena. That's the best place to play Standard. If you want to draft, it depends a little bit on your personal preference of like drafting versus bots or whatever, but Arena's pretty good for limited as well. On the other hand, if you want to start exploring older formats, Modern, Commander, Legacy, Vintage, then Moto is definitely worth it. Moto does those things very well. Also, yeah, definitely keep in mind the option to rent cards. Card Hoarder is a really good card rental program, and it's actually pretty affordable if you don't want to like take the plunge or you want to test out some expensive decks. So it's definitely something to keep in mind, is just especially at first, just trying to rent your cards and going from there. What do we do? So we have a doubling season. How do we deal with this board? Opponent's got a lot of mana. Well, tap, untap. Oh, we really need blue mana. Yeah, alright. Genesis Hydra. Oh. X2, very sadly. We're not going to hit anything. Yeah, Chandra, Windswept Teeth, sure. And then Domri, fight the ringleader. Pass the turn. We're just trying to stay alive until we can hit some blue mana or something. Found it. Adepts. Yeah, I think we got to kill stuff there. I'm really worried that we're just going to die to, like, Sling Gang Lieutenant or something. We know this Kranko's coming, which is also a concern. So I feel like we got to start eating through the board a little bit. Golos Land Destruction in Standard is definitely cool. Oh, boy. That is a huge munitions expert. Going to take down our Domri. Cuts into our mana. Sure. Well, our Hydras holding down the fort. Can the Hydras hold off the Goblins? That is the question. Modern is definitely super fun. I do love me some Modern. Opponent. Yeah, we've been pinched on blue mana this entire game. We haven't had blue mana this entire game. All right, opponent. Can't play the Kranko. We do have I mean, we're still in this, but our opponent has draws that get really scary. Opponent. No attacks. Blue mana. Ugh. Alright. Unbound Flourishing. Man, if we ever draw blue mana. If we ever draw blue mana, look out, deck. Oh, opponent untaps. Oh, my goodness. Legacy's really fun, too. I just don't play it enough. Goblin Matron. Gonna go tutoring up something. That is getting scarier and scarier. Oh, Bonfire. Bonfire off the top. Opponent has a war cheap for haste in the future. Yup. Alright, opponent. Opponent. Bonfire, please, off the top. Well, we hit blue mana. I think we're dying, though. Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills. Breeding Pool, untapped. Is there any way to make this work? How can we do this? Oh, we're so pinched on mana. So we can... We're at 12. Our opponent's going to have War Chief. That's a lot of hasty goblins. Hydroid Crosses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would gain us 3. We can also Nissa, double it up, double it up. Ultimate. Oh, that doesn't feel like it does it either. Leave up 3 mana. Wait, leaving up 3 mana means we're processing for 1? And we're drawing, it'll double up to 2, so we're drawing 1 card. So our opponent's hand, we got to think about our opponent's turn. We know there's a War Chief in Krenko. So opponent plays War Chief. Then they 1 sack, play Krenko. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess we just have to... I think we just have to cast a big Crosses and hope that we don't die. I think we probably will, but... Yeah, I think this is all we can do. Crosses X3. Doubles up to 6. Wow. Such weird draws. All right. Go up to 15. Pass the turn. Crosses is a 12-12. Like, if our opponent can't kill us, we win next turn. Here it comes. Are we dead? There's the War Chief. Everything haste. Are we dead? That's the question. Yeah, there was like a fire truck going by or something. Ooh. I assume we're dead. Opponent, yup. Sacks. Krenko. Taps Krenko. Makes a million more goblins. We just didn't hit our mana quickly enough. Opponent. Sacking some goblins. Oh. Alright, opponent living the dream, and our dream was buried under a lack of mana, unfortunately. What's up, Wonka? How are you? So this deck... Alright, we're going to wrap up with a game of Momir, I promise. So you can send me a Momir challenge. To wrap up this deck, it's fun. We had some insane games. We had turn 4 double Banefire for 20. It did some awesome things, but it's definitely very much raw, and it definitely can be clunky when things don't go well. If you look at this deck, things that we learned about this deck, the ramp and Unbound Flourishing are good. Some of the finishers are sweet. We had some good Genesis Hydras. Voracious Hydra is okay. Hydroid Crosses is good. Nis is good. Walking Ballista is good. These are the cards that I'm mostly pretty comfortable with. The other cards, Pelucranos doesn't interact with Unbound Flourishing as well as we would like. All the one of Planeswalkers in doubling seasons, like, I don't know what the point of that is, why they are really in the deck. 2 Banefires, a pull from tomorrow, the Voracious Hydras. So I feel like this is a deck that the core is there, and the core is potentially pretty sweet, but there's like 15 slots that really need to be figured out. Maybe even the Genesis Hydra, I think it was fine, but it's close to being something. And Unbound Flourishing, as we saw, can lead to incredible games. Turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Unbound Flourishing, turn 3 whatever, turn 4 kill you with double up Banefire. That's stuff that we did, but the deck definitely needs some tuning around the edges, I think, is where we're at. So, definitely fun, but not all the way there yet. So anyway, if you would like to Momir or Mojo's send me a challenge, and we will wrap up with some Momiring tonight. The dream died on the misplay, but it's not tier 1. Yeah, that's true. The bonfire not hitting Elspeth the way we thought definitely was a bit of an issue. As far as beards, I use beard oil infrequently, but I'm not a huge beard oiler. Pelucranos, the problem with Pelucranos is Monstrous is a weird mechanic. Basically, you can only Monstrous once, so it only does it if it's not Monstrous. And Unbound Flourishing is basically doubling the ability. So you don't actually get to fight twice as much stuff. Like with Bonfire or Banefire, either one. Banefire, let's say. If you cast Banefire, you actually just double that up and you get twice the damage. Pelucranos doesn't actually get that with the fighting ability because it fizzles. So we lost the first game to Goblins because of that. Actually, those were the two punts we had: Banefire not hitting planeswalkers and players, and Pelucranos not doubling up the fighting ability with Unbound Flourishing. Dredge is the most graveyard hit you can have. So, I mean, it works, but it's not as synergistic with Unbound Flourishing as I would like it to be. Momir, anyone? Or else we'll probably just, if no one down for Momir tonight, we'll probably just do something else for the end of our stream, play another match of something. Urlash, yeah, what other X? It's actually hard to... I'm not sure exactly how to filter by X creatures on Magic Online. X brings up a lot of things. What other options are there that would be good, if any? I mean, there's a ton of X spells. Roshin Meander would be a possibility. Is that actually how you do it? Aha. Okay. I like that. Well, still send me a Momir challenge if you want a Momir. So what other... When we played this on Against Odds, I thought Magus of the Candelabra was pretty cool. The Can't Be Countered Hydra definitely can be big and steal games out of nowhere, which is definitely super sweet. Although, I'm not seeing it here. Does... Huh. Huh. I don't know. This filtering is weird. Why are we not seeing Mistcutter Hydra? What X damage to creature was flying. That's not actually good. Devil's Play. Vivian's Arcbow is sweet. So wait, Unbound Flourishing. Whenever you cast a permanent, double its value. Ooh, copying Vivian's Arcbow seems pretty fun. That could be decent. I don't know why Mistcutter, this filtering, I don't think it's showing all the X spells because I'm not seeing Mistcutter Hydra. There's got to be more X spells in this. Yeah, I think we need more creatures to actually make it work. But Apocalypse Hydra, another big Hydra, Mistcutter Hydra, the haste is definitely nice. I do like the haste aspect of it. And Pro Blue in some matchups can be very strong. Yeah, I think we'd have to... The problem with playing Vivian's Arcbow is it doesn't really work well with the X creatures. So we'd have to find more like creatures with X activated abilities. Yeah, apparently we're not Momiring tonight. I'm surprised. Oh, all right. Momir has come. Hypnotic Toad comes through just when it was looking grim for Momir. All right. So if you've never seen Momir before, I think Seth might have been able to win the last game, but not 100% sure. Oh, what were you thinking, Dexy? What was the line? All right, Island for our opponent. If you've never played Momir before, it is one of the randomest of the formats. Basically, You start with 24 life. Your deck is all lands. Once a turn, you can pay X, discard a card, and you get a token that's a copy of a random creature of that converted mana cost. Opponent just paid 2, discarded an island, got Slowbad, Goblin Tinker, sack an artifact. Target artifact becomes indestructible until end of turn. Well, we're going to match our opponent. 2-drop for 2-drop. See what we hit. We get. Hey, see ya, Awesome Hawk. Thank you so much for swinging by. Put a basic card from your hand onto the battlefield. Ooh. Ooh, if we only had green mana, that would be great. Yeah. Using an outside program to search for X-Spells might be the way to go. I assume there's a way to do it on Moto. I don't know why. Ooh, that is a green source. I don't know why they weren't all showing up, though. Kind of strange. Well, we're just going to pass. Start using this Firebrand Ranger to do some ramping. Yeah, that is very good. I don't think I've ever gotten this in Momir before. At least I don't remember having gotten it before. Opponent runs out a Merciless Jeveneer. Discard a card, put a negative on it. Alright. So I can kill our Firebrand Ranger in the future. Now let's put a land into play. Wow, it's not even tapped? Oh, that's even better than I thought. It just puts it into play untapped? That's busted. Alright, well, land into play. This card's great in Momir. Land for the turn. 5-drop. Jumping the curve and then some. Discard an island. Oh, the Guardian Lions have returned. The cats are here. I've noticed you've used a lot of Onslaught lands. Are they your favorite? The John Avon Onslaught Woods is Peak. Yeah, that is a good one. I do like the Onslaught lands. I think my #1 favorite is Mirage, but Onslaught is definitely on my list. And the Avon lands, oh yeah, they're some of my favorites. What about Expansion Explosion in the Flourishing deck? I could see that. I wonder... Something I kind of want to check into or test a little bit is how essential Banefire is. Like, how many counter spells do we need to worry about? Because if we don't need to worry too much about counter spells, then we have a lot of options that could come in. Amulet of Amulet for the 2nd month. Welcome to your fishbowl. To the fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Oh, reminder, by the way, since I'm starting off that new article thing to show off submitted decks, send me your deck lists so I can get the article series going. We went 2 and 3 Green Mage, but we did some spectacular things in our good game. So a little bit against the odds-esque, I would say, but definitely a super fun deck. Good to see you, by the way, Green Mage MTG. Snowlands are not legal. What is all of your favorite basic lands? I like Mirage. We got to vote for Onslaught, I think. What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite? Get rid of the Forest, I guess. Woodfall Primus is pretty good. We're just like pulling ahead in mana, which is nice. Get in with Rhyme Scale. Hit our opponent. MTG is muffing. Welcome to the fishbowl. Ice Age. Ice Age is really good. Thank you for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. APAC Unglued Unstable. Unglued's really cool. Unstable, also pretty cool. APAC, oh, those are so good. I love the APAC and the Euro promos. Mercadian Mask. Well, I guess the set's got to have something going for it. Anything by Avon and Alexander. Yeah, they're 2 of my favorite land artists. Zendikar, original Zendikar. Those were super hyped when they first came out. I remember those actually being like expensive, and full art lands were like so rare and so cool. Now they're a little less special because we get them so much, but Bull Island. Bull Island. What's your opinion on the Bull Island? I've never seen a single basic land that was so divisive. I figured everyone would just love the Bull Island, but apparently some people just hate it because it's not, I don't know, geographically correct or something. That's not how islands work. I don't know. It's a fantasy game. Who cares? Who cares if that's how islands work? It just looks cool. Ooh, Tidal Force. Do some tapping. Yeah, keep the beats going. A nay for the Cup Island. Oh, really? I like the full art Bull Island. It's awful. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, people either love it or hate it. I love it, but I understand that some people also hate it. It's just funny to me that I mean, I guess it speaks to how great a game Magic is that something as meaningless as the art on a basic land is actually like a legitimately big conversation. So another question, since we're chatting on stuff, what are you looking for the rest of Eldraine spoilers? Is there anything in specific? I assume like the mythic 6 mana cheaper based on something thing is a cycle. So I'm looking for those. Apparently there's some more like multicolor stuff I think that's supposed to be coming from what I've heard. Queen Lindgren card. Ooh. Are there any other fairy tale references that we are missing that we really gotta have? Like, is there any just super classic top tier? Let's tap that thing. Well, we're gonna make. Do we win here? We do. 5. Oh, we don't. All right. Well, in that case, let's make it 9. See what we hit. Gingerbread House. Ooh, Blazing Archon is busted. Alright. Gingerbread House, yeah, we know that's coming because we've seen the art for it. Well, go in. Hit our opponent. Rowan. Endless One would be a lot more efficient in the Unbound Flourishing deck. Ooh. That's an interesting idea. Jack and Jill, that's a good one. Saw a Reddit post. They should have reprinted Chart a Course for the Peter Pan theme. Ooh, yeah. We haven't really got Peter Pan references, have we? I'm surprised how much I like the fairy tale set thing. I really am. More Holy Grail references. That is also a good one. I'm down with more Holy Grail. I wonder if they could do like a movie theme set. I wonder how weird would that be? What if there was like with the Shrek, which I've never seen for some reason, with the Shrek talk of this, what if they did like a Pixar themed Magic set? Toy Story and Up and all the Pixar. Like, I don't know. I would have laughed at you and said it's a horrible idea, but with how cool the top-down designs of these fairy tale cards are, that might actually be sweet. Like, maybe it would be sweet to have something like that. Or based on, I don't know, TV shows or something. Maybe that would be better. Maybe that would be better than I would think it would. Like, maybe that's... Oh, my goodness. This has reach. Why? Why does Mastodon have reach? Okay. Well, staying alive-ish. This has been a wild game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch Shrek, apparently. Apparently that's the thing you're supposed to do. I don't know. I said that earlier and everyone freaked out. Apparently you're supposed to watch Shrek. Who knew? Who knew that you were supposed to watch Shrek? Well, let's make a 6. Our opponent's surprisingly staying in this game somehow. Deadwood Tree Folk. So this attacks. We have to chump. We attack with everything. Block, block, block. This dies. So close. Alright, pass the turn. This is a weird match. Shrek 1 is amazing. 2 and 4 are good. 3 is skippable. Okay, I'm gonna have to watch it. Neverending Story Dragon is a good one. Oh, well, I mean, I assume that Wizards would, if they're going to do something based on TV shows or movies or something, that they would probably do it the right way and get licensing or rights to it or whatever. Oh, yeah, you're right. That is, oh. Okay, we kill Sundering Titan. Does that let us win finally? I think it does. Yeah, I guess Blazing Archon is just everything. So I think this does it. Go attacking. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I was thinking it was moat-esque. Creatures without flying can attack, but it's flying. All creatures can attack you. It's a better moat. Super moat. All right. Well, we're down to 4 lands, but I think this is enough for us to pull off the win. Barely. That was a weird Momir game. What do you think about a Tolkien reference? That could be cool. I mean, we've gotten some seeming like Game of Thrones references, seemingly. I don't know. Maybe when you got dragons and stuff going around, who knows if it's really Game of Thrones references. But some of them, I mean, they had they had some spoilers by Game of Thrones cast members. I'm still wondering how they pulled that off. Like, if they just paid a bunch of money, or maybe they play Magic. I don't know, but that was interesting. How do you submit a Fishbowl Thursday deck? Just send me an email with a link to the deck, however you store it on the interwebs. Saffronolive@MTGGoldfish.com. And along with being up for Fishbowl Thursday, there's a new article series coming where we're gonna show off like 5-ish of just the sweetest viewers submitted decks each week, just to get the lists out there, let people take a look at them. So send them in for that as well. Just get them in there, and then together we can team up and work on them and so forth, play them. Do we have a Poison Apple card? We probably will. That does seem like the kind of reference that we would get. I can't think of one at the moment, unless it was unless it's like a random common that I just kind of glossed over. I know we got like the Glass Slipper card. There's so many references. We got a Pinocchio card, a Rapunzel card. Can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. Pay 1, gain flying until end of turn. Prince Charming holds one. Ooh. Does Prince Charming hold a poisoned apple? Beauty and the Beast. Oh, the art is so beautiful on those special cards. I'm pretty blown away at how good the special cards look. Another question: what are you doing with the collector's boosters? I know we play a lot of budget decks, and that's part of one of our themes. But are any of you actually buying the collector's boosters? Like, is it worth it? Ooh, I haven't seen Humpty Dumpty yet. I mean, I'm sure we'll write more about collector's boosters in the future, but I'm curious if any of you have actually bought them. I love cracking boosters, and it's kind of like a magic form of gambling, so I'm kind of tempted to. I won't buy lotto tickets, but for some reason I feel okay buying expensive magic boosters, so I might try to get a couple just for the fun of it, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to crack the EV once we actually see the full set and prices. Pix Import Tretzer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. They're a ripoff. I will say I was a little surprised to see random commons being among the special cards. I figured, like, if you're gonna spend so much on a booster pack, at least all the like alt border cards would probably be rares and mythics. So I was actually kind of a little bit disappointed that there was like random commons there. Seth, do you think the remaining 4 fetchable? What do you think the remaining 4 fetchable utility lands will do? So white, pump creatures, red, deal a damage maybe. Blue, blue's a tough one. Scry? Scry wouldn't be that exciting though. Probably not Scry. And then green. The last time we got a green land like that, what was it? Like, look at the top X cards and put a land on top of your deck or something. Green's another tough one. Maybe green would be like a token, like Colony Garden would be powerful, like a 0/1 token, or maybe put a +1/+1 counter on a creature. Tap a creature would, ooh, Ramos. Tap a creature would be interesting. Yeah, I think, having those in standard makes scrying not as exciting. I mean, if it was a fetchable red land that just dealt 1 damage, that wouldn't be that bad. I think Ramanamp Ruins, if Ramanamp Ruins could only sack itself, it would still be good, but it would be less powerful if it was just Ramanamp Ruins. Well, let's keep making things. Oh wait, I think I'm doing this very wrong. I probably should have read this card. This card's insane. Target creature attacks this turn if able. That's just like literally busted. Okay. Yeah, we should. That's what we should be doing. Actually, is it? Well, we need a better blocker. Maybe we wait one more turn. We don't actually have very good blockers here. Discard a land. They revealed the rare lands. No, we haven't seen rare lands yet, I don't believe. We saw the one, like, black common land. They actually confirmed that there's not going to be dual lands. But there will be a cycle of rare lands. I'm assuming monocolored lands. I'm actually kind of hopeful for those, too. Like, the cycle in Zendikar, Emiria, pretty busted. Valaka, incredibly busted. The black one, Crypt of Agadim, I think that's better than it gets credit for, but it hasn't been busted yet. The blue one, horrible. And then, what color are we missing? Green. Oh, the green one's fine. I actually saw saw play in Commander Clash today, Orin Reef. Magosi, incredibly busted. Isn't Magosi, like, incredibly unplayable? Orin Reef is good. Any future plans to go on game nights? Not. What does this do? When it deals combat damage, look at a player's hand you may take a. Doesn't actually do anything. No current plans to go on game night. Although it would be sweet if that was something that that happened in the future. But I don't have that scheduled or anything at this point. Hey, what's up, Mindstrap Throw? How are you? Ew. A chroma. I read the one collector's booster will be in bundles that's coming up, so $400 price shouldn't hold. They're still going to be expensive. I think when Wizard... Well, yes, a Chroma Wars. What are the odds? Momir. Momir. That's actually bad. I think their Achroma beats our Achroma. I think they said their target price was around... Oh, Cognivore. Oh, the tide is turned. That's not good. I think they said their target price was around $25 a booster. So that would still put booster boxes at what? $800 or something? Some high number. Magosi goes infinite with 3 Rings of the Bright Earth. That's true. There are ways. The gift bundle, you get a collector's booster, 10 actual boosters, some land packs, a dice. It's actually not bad. We'll see what the price is. That's going to be the determining factor. If it's like $60, then it's good. If it's like $75, that's kind of what I'm expecting. If it's like... Man, we keep getting things that can't block this Achroma. If it's like 100, then it's probably not good. Oh, right. We're going about 12 packs. Yeah. I'm thinking of like an actual booster box. Like a 36 pack would be what, $900? Yeah, if you're getting a 12 pack booster box. You think it's 60? 60 is actually a pretty good price. I mean, 10 normal boosters and 1 collector booster. That's actually very much worth $60. That's actually great for $60. Ooh, bring her the Blue Dawn. It's going to get our opponent getting up to Emeralds. We're kind of in bad shape. And we haven't used this Hackling Fiends at all. We should have probably been using it earlier. Oh, Waking Sun not saving the day. Was not cast from our hand. That's not ideal. Pass the turn. Opponent. Edgewall Innkeeper is definitely a cool card. I will be interested. Definitely seems like a fun draft round in Limited. Yeah, this just lets our opponent draw 2 a turn. Stratodon. 10 mana, 5/5 trample. Not great. I guess we can wait one more turn. Bounce Kraken! Bounce Kraken! Or at least something that can stop this Achroma. This Achroma is ruining our day. And our opponent's drawing cards, so they're going to get to Emrakul. Well, I guess that slows our opponent. It's not good though. We still need like a bounce Kraken. Pass the turn. Opponent. Yeah. Bringer. Draws a bunch of cards. If 60 is MSRP, I could see $50 prices on them if there is a lot. I mean, that's worth it. Just like 10 boosters is what, 40-ish dollars at full price. And then the collector's booster is like 20 at least. That's pretty good for the price. I would definitely buy one. I think at $60. Bone it. A chroma, yeah. Another big flyer. Thankfully, Rhea reanimates something for free each turn, kind of like Emiria, except doesn't actually work at this point because there's no creatures in the graveyard in Momir. So opponent goes on the big attack. We block here. Actually, we block here. We block here. And here. Stuff dies. Yup. We drop to 4. Opponent passes. So this blocks here. Ugh. Yeah. All right. Spin the wheel. Bounce Kraken. Hoverguard Sweepers. Oh! Oh, yes! Yes. That also works. Oh, that was good timing. Platinum Empyrean coming through in a pinch. MTG is pretty much pricing me to casual commander these days. Tough hobby to keep up with, sadly. Thankfully, I saw a thread on Reddit about the collector's boosters. Thankfully, the collector's boosters, you don't need any of those cards. They're all like for collectors, as the name suggests. There are cheaper printings. It's just like foils and special arts and stuff. So there's no reason anyone ever has to buy those. And there will be cheaper printings. If they were exclusive cards like Nexus of Fate that were coming in there, I would be really freaking out about that. But thankfully, it's just for special frames and special art, so it doesn't really bother me. Ooh, let me see. Exocrack. I'm actually curious. I would like to try to update that deck at some point. All right, so now I think we pass the turn. Now we're going to start heckling and hopefully killing our opponent's board before they get up to something ridiculous. Endless One. Endless One's sweet. That's a nice cheap option. Maga is definitely cool. I've wanted to make Maga work for a long time. But Maga definitely could drain people out of the game. Mind Grind for milling. Profane Command sweet. Torment of Hailfire super sweet. Villainous Wealth, we did that for Against Odds, and it was super fun. Death to the Deathless. Ooh, kind of like a Orzhov burn spell almost. Those are super sweet ideas. I mean, they're exclusive in that they come in from like brawl decks and stuff, but there's no like none of the cards from the collector's boosters are unable to be found in other products. Like, yes, you could get a brawl deck or something, but it's not like, oh, we put a Teferi in these $20 boosters, and the only way you can access it is by buying the $20 boosters or whatever. So I think that's what I was trying to get across, I think. So you attack. You attack. This has been a pretty wild game of Momir. And then also you attack. Opponent goes attacking. So we will Eat this. Eat this. Eat this. Kill some stuff. Opponent passes. We'll pass the turn. Same plan, same plan. One. Is it worth it, though? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we might be able to set up for lethal doing this. I like Death to the Deathless because it doubles. Yeah, 4 times Death to the Deathless does sound pretty sweet. World's Mind, pretty good with Lord of the Pit, keeping it a tap. You can get Kenrith in the Collector Booster right. I think it's Brawl cards and the Buy a Box promo, is my understanding. There's 1 card each pack from, like, supplemental products, and I think that those are the only 2. I think. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but I'm pretty sure it's just those 2. Opponent gets a Galta. Well, alright, same plan. Heckle you into attacking. Heckle you into attacking. Heckle you into attacking. Opponent goes attacking. Eat you. Eat you. Opponent passes. Play a land. I wish we could get in damage, but this Acroma is so insane. Pass the turn. Keep eating the board. This has been one of the weirder Momir games I've played. Lord of the Pit triggers. Opponent sacks a worm. Opponent plays a land, trying to get to Emrakul. They are getting to Emrakul. That's probably going to be an issue. Emrakul. Yes. Well, Heckle a worm. Heckle a worm. What a weird game. Heckle Galta. Opponent attacks. Well, eat it. Eat it. Yeah, kill stuff, pass. Untap. 10 drop. Come on, Ulamog. Ugh, Gargs. Our friend Gargs. Alright, pass the turn. Opponent does have to sack. What a weird game. Have you considered attacking with red Acroba? I guess maybe we should. It's a free block with the Gargoyle. So I guess we're getting in for 3 because of Trample. Maybe it's worth it. I guess we have a big enough board at this point. Ooh, at the Betrays. I guess maybe we have a big enough board at this point that they getting in for any amount of damage is worthwhile. That's probably correct. Mega 10. Oh! Papa Progenitus. Okay. Actually, no. There's Lord of the Pit, too. So we can't... We could have attacked earlier with Acroma. Pro White and Pro Blue. We could have been getting in for 3 earlier, but at this point we can't. And there's also Emrakul. So a few turns ago we could have been doing that. And we probably should have been, but at this point it's a little bit late for chipping in. Thankfully, protection from everything means everything. And we are hiding behind this Platinum Empyreon, so we might be janking this out thanks to Progenitus. Opponent keeps sacrificing. Galta, the worst creature. Opponent goes to combat, gets in, annihilates us. We will sack our 2 worst creatures. Jeez. Alright. I guess Heckling Fiend's time's done. Get annihilated. Stay at 4. Opponent. What you making? Can he not make your Empyrean swing into his board when he takes your turn? Emrakul only triggers when it is cast. Milmir is technically just putting a token copy on the battlefield, so cast triggers do not actually happen. So we dodged that, thankfully. Ancient Stone Idol. Well, get in with Progenitus. Pro everything. Hit our opponent. Well, at least this is fine for sacking. When it dies, we get another token. Opponent to 14. Lord of the Pit. Oh, we might have lethal next turn. What a weird game. Well, that's the power of Platinum Inferion in a format that does not have very much removal. Opponent gonna spin the wheel, hoping desperately for something to come along. Oh, Planeswalker deck stuff. Yes, Green Mage. I think that sounds right. Planeswalker decks, Brawl decks in the buy box. That's the one I was forgetting. Thank you, Green Mage. All right, opponent. 12 drop. Galta returns. I think it's too late. Opponent passes. We untap. Well, we're going to make the 7, just in case the Magic Gods want to phage us. Our tribute to the Magic Gods. 7 drop. Ooh, attacking creatures have lifelink. That's actually not bad. Do we win if we attack with everything? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we do. We'll leave back Empyrean. Chronolands! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Oh, that's true. Our plan of Empyrean. I mean, I don't think it matters because I think we have lethal here, but you're right. Our life total cannot change for the positive either. Chronolands, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. Have they made a random walker avatar yet? They haven't, although that's a really good suggestion. We should suggest that to Wizards because that actually seems pretty fun. Yeah, the dinosaur is a cast trigger too. So again, we don't get it in Momir because of that. Opponent doing their blocking. So we know they're taking 10. But then I think no matter how our opponent blocks, yeah, 2 things go unblocked. They add up to more than lethal. Oh. What a game, Hypnotoad. Also, just noticed your name was Hypnotoad. Good Futurama reference. Good game, Hypnotoad. Good game, good game, good game. And wow. So we did crazy things with Unbound Flourishing. Got to play Sabomir. So it was fun. That was fun. If you have more ideas for the Unbound Flourishing deck, make sure to let me know because that is one I would like to mess around with, maybe improve over coming months because it definitely seemed pretty sweet. Good game again, Hypnotoad. And on that note, with some reminders, also Raven King MTG, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soups here for our new subscriber. On that note, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So, reminders, send me your deck list if you want them to potentially be included in our new article we're doing. Also, on Tuesday, stream is going to be longer, and I think starting earlier to do a standard 2020 tournament. Should be unique, should be different, and then we're about a week away, a week and a few days, the Tuesday after that, from Throne of Eldraine. So, on the way out the door, reminders, replay. If you want to look back on the good, the bad, the ugly of Unbound Flourishing, or any of the old decks, you can find it there. Normal YouTube, daily spoiler coverage. There is some Crim single scooping going up tonight. Last night, there was some fun against the odds, being our opponent's worst fear in Modern. There is some hitting our swans drawing some cards on Sunday. Just tons of stuff, so check that out. One last reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you're looking for some new Throne of Eldraine cards, or Commander 2019, whatever, they got you covered. You can even grab a Saffron Olive sticker over at Card Kingdom, and just mention it in your order notes, they'll send it to you for free, so thank you so much to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Most importantly, just like a deck dump article, I get a lot of deck lists emailed to me each week. One of them ends up going to be our Fishbowl Thursday deck tech. So I figured rather than just having one be a deck tech, it's just going to be maybe 5-ish articles each week decks that people sent me that caught my interest, and maybe a short, like, one paragraph write up if there's something that stuck out to me, with the idea being that we'll get them out there into the world. And if you don't want them to be public and you want to ask me questions, just mention that and I won't post your list or whatever. It's not about that, but get them out there. We can start kind of like doing a community brewing thing, maybe like get them to the point of playing them on stream or something. So just another way to get it out there. Yes, email is saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Yeah, basically, just another way that people who send me lists can get them out there in the public and kind of get some recognition and people talking about them. So anyway, everyone, most importantly, on that note, thanks to all of you. You all are amazing. I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend, whether you're playing Magic, whether you're doing something else. No matter what you're doing, have fun, enjoy it. It should be awesome. And we will be back on Tuesday for Standard 2020, Thursday, playing some fun stuff. Like I said, tons of YouTube content in the meantime. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being awesome. I love y'all. Have a great weekend. And yeah, I will see you next week.